Ruby teams. Definitely, I think bumped up the tier list quite significantly. I have in the far past seen E2 Deku pull out Yumi before, but like I don't know how much they practice. All I gotta say about that is it doesn't take a lot, so I think he'll be fine.
It's quite similar to Ruby Dachi, just without vicious setups. And for now, we start strong with a not true combo.
Oh yeah, try to mash away, gonna be bursting out of the situation. Not gonna be able to catch the burst, and 5A straight out. Gonna be mashing there. Memento coming back to E2 Deku. What is he gonna do? Spend the meter? What are we gonna do for the Oki?
Oh, interesting. Trying to do like JC twice in a row. At the end, they hit it first, but the second time wasn't that effective. But right now, Isaiah Goofy is still in the same corner, trying to get out. But I think that's a dead Ruby. Oh no, but there's a burst, but sadly, it gets punished.
Yeah, gonna be saving the Ruby's life, which is very important, but Rachel gonna be taking quite the beating. The Ruby corner pressure gonna get quite disgusting, and the empty jump low going to be taking the Rachel into the corner once more. What is it gonna be?
Oh, an overhead, super, that should be it for Rachel. Solo Ruby level 2 resonance, 4 bars. Oh, it looks really tough. Itodeku has the life advantage, all the resources of the world, but right now, oh, that should do it. Yes. Oh, what a shame. That was a really tough match for Isaiah Goofy right there.
Yeah, I mean, despite the team swap, we saw a lot of like the general E2 Deku gameplay coming out here. Yeah, just like, I mean, mostly Ruby play. I could kind of tell like there was like maybe someone familiar on E2 Deku's part when it came to the Yumi. But like, I mean, like I said, he'll be fine. But that patented Ruby aggression was on point, just constantly mixing their OP options, keeping their opponent on edge, and just ensuring that yeah, Isaiah just really didn't get to play that match. It was like really good use of like Yumi's to still leverage pressure.
Yeah, well, it's just like 5P and 6P. It gives like a lot of advantage of Ruby, lots of mix. You can do 50-50 consistently, low, high, especially in the corner, and it's really hard to avoid. Especially with no resources. Oh, look at that. Oh no, we drop it. And the JA hits from behind. Interesting. Now they're going to all the way to the corner. Oh, but they missed just the combo, trying to get perhaps Bosso to set up a safe jump. What a shame.
Yeah, able to hit the cross up Ruby buttons there. Isaiah going to be opting for more corner pressure here. No block on the overhead, but no conversion. But does hit the happy birthday.
That should be it. Spending some bar, Petal Burst, killing Ruby. Itodeku solo Yumi, level 2 resonance is still a very dangerous character to look with, so Isaiah Goofy should still be mindful of that.
Yeah, and that was, oh my god, I was going to say like Isaiah's Goofy time to shine, but the 5-8 match going to be stopping some of that pressure. Good DP out of the situation, more aggression coming out. E2 Deku is so low, but gets the hit.
Oh, trying to go for a throw bait at the end, they got thrown. And with that, Isaiah Goofy ties the score, 1-1. That's actually quite a fast match. I noticed Ruby was taken out very early on in the match, and after that it was just solo Yumi. And maybe I noticed, even though Yumi is quite simple to understand, her tools aren't that complicated, it's still, if you don't play with her all the time, it's just your main team and you're used to something else, sometimes you're going to struggle because, Itodeku really shines with Ruby, Ruby and a partner, trying to go for setups 50-50s, trying to, get as soon as green as possible. But the moment you took that from it, like the advantage, I think it went out of the border.
Yeah, regardless how easy the tool is, it's still a new one, but we are already doing some of that classic Ruby teleport shenanigans. E2 Deku, this is how they started in the first game. Are they able to keep the momentum just like that? Oh, gets out of the corner, very good jumps, it's their time to shine, but nah, nothing too major coming out, just a bunch of DPs.
Oh, they get the pick of the 5P, but the boards, they weren't able to punish it. Oh no, but the DP, and the reset with a throw! Oh, but they drop it as well. What's going on? Nice for
footage.
saving Ruby.
Yeah. Rare footage of dropping a Yumi combo here, but the Rachel coming out by a mash, the good old reliable. Taking Rachel into that corner position once more, not blocking the 4P. This is not looking good.
Let's see. Oh, they weren't able to block it. I think they tried to mash out of it. Now it's solo Ruby against the world. Oh, that was so dirty. Using Petal Burst to cross up and then the 6 speed to make it safe and hit from behind. And the anti-air punishing Ruby in mid-air. And with that, Itudeku takes it. T1. Maybe it's going to be the last game, next one.
Yeah. And you know, there was definitely some inklings of being able to fight back despite Itudeku's really good start. But like I mentioned before, the Ruby aggression, despite the difference of assist, is still being pretty well implemented, and Itudeku is a player that loves the scrambles, and well, Yumi is probably one of the strongest characters to come out on top of that, and we're just seeing some of those instincts kicking despite Yumi not being kind of one of the main rotation characters for Itudeku.
Absolutely. Or trying to do the same shenanigans with Ruby teleports, but at the end they got punished differently. 4K trying to go for the other side, and they mash out of the pressure. Oh, it's still very, very dangerous for Isaiah Goofy.
Smacked him with a bullet here. No full conversion. Nice block on the 5C. Gonna be doing it once more. Activate that cross combo in order to protect her aggression, but a nice CP to avoid everything.
Oh, they got confused. They got hit from the other side. They switched Ruby, nice, keeping her safe. Oh, and at the end they stole the corner, and they're able to get some good hits with Yumi.
Yeah, that George coming in, being a menace. Yeah, finally going to be able to get something here, but no, full conversion, a tier art attempt, getting absolutely destroyed there as we are going to the corner here, and yeah, just getting hit by a lot of these 6Ps. Both of Isaiah's Goofy characters are quite low. Another counter. This is not looking great.
Oh, but this may be a turning point. A TP punish. Not spending that much resources. Oh, and I think it's overscaling. Yes, exactly. And the J here from behind. Now we see Itudeku's turn to play. And they drop a Ruby combo. But it doesn't matter at the end. They got a throw, and now Ruby's is dead.
So Rachel hasn't been able to play out this entire set. Level 3 Resonance, not as starting as she could be, but gotta pop that soon as, yeah, it's gonna be one-touch situation. Another throw bait with the super, I think. And yeah, didn't get to play around with that Resonance. Isaiah Goofy putting up a good fight, but unfortunately will be losing the set 3-1.
Yeah, that was surely one of the stressful sets to see. Itudeku always, his ruthless aggression really characterizes how usually he plays, and regardless of he's playing Yang or Yumi, it's basically the same action. Very, very good to see.
Yeah, I mean, I'll say it once, I'll say it again. Yumi is by no means a hard character to pick up or understand. But, it's still a little difficult for people to kind of readjust when they've been so used to a team. And like for a specialist for at Ruby Yang, like Itudeku is, even being able to kind of implement a lot of what they do with a different character is relatively impressive. So yeah, you know, good showing with the Ruby Yumi there. But once again, like still, I saw some really good stuff from Isaiah Goofy. They had some good cognizance of mind and where to kind of mash in certain situations and how to get out of some of Itudeku's defensive scenarios. It was just like, I mean, when you play a team as tight as Ruby Yumi, it can be very hard, and I can't really blame them too much for inevitably falling to the defense. And yeah, I hope to see them again soon, but they will have to make their ways through the loser side of the bracket.
Yeah, as you said, Isaiah Goofy, not only that, but it's using like an orthodox team, you know? Yeah, Rachel playing with her is not like the easiest, not as simple. So yeah, playing that team against a team that usually, text names as easy as Yumi Ruby can do, can be a bit tough. I notice sometimes they got a bit nervous. They try to go for push block a lot. So at the end, they got lots of TPs, lots of throw baits. And of course, the moment they got the chance to, get the combo, I noticed that they put all his eggs in one basket, spend all the resources, all the mirror. Sometimes that make it to, overscale and drop. So yeah, maybe it's just about, getting some experience in tournaments, and then they'll eventually get even better than they were before.
Of course, gotta get that practice in, but we're going on to the next part of this bracket. Going to be Sonokun versus Matterjacker. Sonokun, of course, known for that Heart-esque comp, but it looks like they're going to be playing Celica Narukami, something I've never seen from them. Going against Matterjacker, a Seth Hakumen, another team that I really haven't get to see play, so this is going to be a very interesting match.
Indeed. Matterjacker usually plays Narukami or even Ragna, so I'm surprised to see Seth. Either way, Seth is a really cool character, but I'm not sure about I can see the synergy between Hakumen and Seth, so I'm really excited to see what Matterjacker brings to the table.
Yes. I have somewhat of a vision of how Seth Hakumen might work. I mean, Seth is one of the most broken characters in the game, but I feel like using Hakumen's 6P with his dashes might be pretty funny, and well, we'll see though. I don't know what this team cooks, but I'm excited.
Let's see what's going to be the round start. Classic Celica 6A, getting straight into it, punishing Seth out of the air, and keep the pressure going for now.
Yeah, gets hit with that 5P, but it immediately bursts out of this situation. Right, not a huge amount of pressure, but a nice DP to catch the jump.
Oh, and with that punishing Seth, we punish after 2B with a super in the mirror. Hakumen, solo Hakumen, level 2 resonance. Not looking very good.
Yeah, I don't even know exactly what happened to Seth, but he is gone. Solo Hakumen is a pretty decent solo character, but when you're getting your DPs baited like that, it's going to be a little rough here, but nonetheless going to be getting up the run-up. DP tries to convert off it. This is a mash fest.
Yeah, 2 4As in a row, some 5As there. Oh, I don't know what's going on. But right now, Matterjacker is taking advantage, getting some momentum going once again. Oh, but Sonokun just straight up DPs once again.
Trying to DP, I'm not sure what, but the 5P going to be catching, has that DHC going to be keeping it all simple here as Sonokun takes the first game decently convincingly.
Yeah, it's not the first time Sonokun has played with Narukami. Actually, I think they played Narukami with Orie, and I think Celica with Carmine. So actually, they're fusing kind of both of their teams. So it's quite interesting to see. It's the first time I have ever seen this team for Sonokun.
Yeah, I think this is the first time I've probably seen this team in general. I mean, there are not a lot of Celica players. Shoutouts to our resident Celica player E30 though. But yeah, generally what kind of Celica wants in a partner, Narukami doesn't necessarily provide. So it's a bit of a comp that kind of just leverages Narukami's relatively good assist kit alongside him being very self-sufficient and not really caring so much about kind of Celica's more middling assist kit. But yeah, this is going to be opting for a team swap. Still going to team with a Hakumen, but Hakumen Ragna.
This is something I'm more used to seeing Matterjacker using. Maybe they feel more confident using a character they usually use often. So yeah, let's see if it's something different.
Yes, it's usually starting off with Hakumen. I wonder if they have some type of counter for the start here, and it looks like they will be. This DP start of the situation, not going to be anything too hard. Oh, try to convert off that, unfortunately, but Celica keeping up the pressure.
Oh, nice, well done, landing 5A, and a burst punish in Ragna. Landing some damage, not enough though. Oh, and hitting from behind. Nice way to punish Ragna from the air.
Ooh, trying to hit them with the giant spoon. Unfortunately, not working out. Gonna be getting that mid-screen conversion. Are we gonna cash out on the super? No, just the dead spike. Tries to keep with the pressure, but gives some time to swap over into the Narukami.
Or they catch Ragnar jumping. For some reason, they decide to do ACOR instead of B version. Or they punish the super with throw. They keep the momentum going, but they drop.
Unfortunately, oh, that was punishable, but not going to be getting the full conversion there either. That is also punishable, but not going to be able to get it.
Oh, damn. That should be a death character, right? Yes! Wow, cross slash. Counter hit really does make a lot of damage, and with that, Sonic-kun takes the match. This was a very weird match. Especially, I noticed Mother Jacker had like these instances where he could have actually punished like easily. But I think they didn't commit to it. They respect Sonic-kun options a lot, even though it was very safe. They blocked a cross slash, they blocked a JC, and there wasn't any setup to make it safe. So maybe they could have capitalized out of it, but they decide to just let it go. Sometimes they jump backwards, or they are going to just straight for a throw. So yeah, that was something that I noticed.
Yeah. Maybe some matchup unfamiliarity, but who knows? We're going to be getting on to our next game here. We're going to be keeping with the team. A good punish, but not going to be able to get full convert off it.
Oh, nice DP, catching Ragnar for now, some good old pressure. Oh, escaping out of the corner with an air dash. Oh, but sadly, the pressure wasn't true, and they were able to get out with a 2A.
We'll be going for some standard corner ender here. Oh, Celica gonna put it in the corner, but not gonna be able to get anything too much off it. These 5 A's from Celica, and nice burst bait too with the DP. This is looking quite good for Sonic-kun.
Oh, finish with a super, probably DHC to finish the job. And with that is solo Ragnar, level 2 presence, 5 bars. I think Ragnar can work pretty well as a solo character. He just needs a great hit to get things started, and that's it.
Yeah, we get some of the Zeo card, but not going to be getting a conversion here. Hits the DP punish, and that's looking 3-0 for Sonic-kun's favor here with the Celica Narukami comp.
Pretty good matches for both of them. I think Mother Jacker definitely, like I felt he was way more confident with Ragnar. But yeah, maybe you're right. Maybe it was just a matchup inexperience. Because they were instances that were like obvious that it could be punished. And sometimes they did something quite reckless. I think they respected a lot of Sonic-kun's buttons, as well as not knowing when to actually like start the pressure themselves. So yeah, I think that's a big factor of why they weren't able to keep up with, of course, Sonic-kun.
Yeah, I could definitely tell on Sonic-kun's part there was a lot of team unfamiliarity, as well as just general character unfamiliarity, which is to be expected. But yeah, just I think the pressure got too much there for Matter Jacker, and they just couldn't keep up with the general like aggression, and I think Sonic-kun ended up winning a lot more of the exchanges. So yeah.
Yeah, definitely. And now, moving on the bracket, we have actually Lucky Nagi versus Sprite Cranberry, if I'm correct.
I think so.
Oh, nice.
That is correct, yes.
Oh, yeah, thank you.
Sprite Cranberry, I haven't personally seen in a while, but I'm sure they've been rolling about in other brackets. I know them well for the the Ragna Azrael comp. Lucky Naegi is also somebody I haven't really gotten to watch that often, and I, for the life of me, do not remember what they play, but it looks like they are rolling in with Adachi Akatsu right now, a team that I associate mostly with the one and only Detective Crow, but I mean, it's a funny team comp. I don't know if it's necessarily good, but it's funny.
Definitely. Actually, Lucky Nagi plays Adachi Hakumen and Adachi Susano, so maybe that's why you associate those teams rather than, the Adachi Katsuki. And yeah, Sprite Cranberry recently like make a comeback like 1 month ago after hiatus. They played on some Central Fiction brackets and they came back. They actually used a very quite interesting team. It was Hakumen and Ashriel together. But right now I think we're not going to see that. For now it's just good old playing Rack Ashriel. So yeah, quite interesting. Yeah, looking forward to it. Sprite is a great competitor, and Lucky Nike has been improving a lot at additional rope brackets.
Oh, see, it already started off with a 5A check, just in case here. Gonna be starting off with that happy birthday, but nothing like super major. Just gonna be going away. Brett Cranberry gonna be getting some of their aggression here as they bait that parry, and yeah, a lot of that health is suddenly now regained.
Oh, sadly they lost the 50-50, getting the overhead right now. Lucky Nagi is in a big disadvantage. Oh, but he dropped the combo. Maybe it's a weak time for a comeback.
Baiting that DP here. Start off with the 2C starter. That should be dead. Doesn't even need to hit the cross combo. Probably going to be a nice solid TOD here. And he's gone.
15 Kato, that's just insane. Level 2 resonance and making more mirror with Akatsuki. It's going to be very good up for Lucky Nagi.
Alright, could not cancel that into the super to keep it maybe potentially safe. Going in for what can only be described as style. Certainly not trying to win the game here, but hits the double I-5A here. Are you playing too much with the Jukes by Cranberry?
Okay, 9k. After that, a more great BMB. Trying to get some advantage. Oh, looks really painful. No health left, just 2 bars. Sprite Cranberry has lots of resources left, and of course 2 characters. Oh, and with that, just teleporting to the other side and hitting them from the other side.
Yes, Azrael telling him nothing personal, kid, as Sprite Cranberry will be taking the first game. I mean, it started off really good for Naegi, but I think once Sprite Cranberry kind of got out of the general kind of like Adachi pressure strings, it was like, oh, it's free real estate right here, and it was just constant bouts of regressions. We saw some of that Akatsuki kind of like 1v2 potential there, but it wasn't quite enough for a W.
Yeah, I think Lucky Nagi has the habit of doing DP a lot when they're not in the great position. So I think they Sprite Cranberry took lots of advantage to it. If you notice, they baited like 3 DPs with that Adachi was dead, with a TOD, so yeah, they need to be really careful.
Yeah, especially with a team like this.
Totally. Now, Ragnar takes the advantage, throwing Dashi straight to the corner of throw BMB. Oh, and no hesitation, just 5A on Wake Up. No sort of needed.
Probably gonna be setting up. Oh, actually going for the Heat Riser buff. Swaps over the Akatsuki is very interesting. Gave up a lot of that pressure, but some of that additional damage might pay off in the future. We'll have to see.
6P just hitting Ragnar, they were able to block it. Losing when they got hit by a 2A, maybe thinking about around the 80s. And now they're trying to maintain as much distance as possible with Adachi, but Ashwell just scored it straight to the loose.
Yeah, and a very nice air conversion here. Gonna be going in for some fancy combo. I don't know if that was optimal or not, but does drop it, allowing for Negi to fight back. That was an interesting decision, to say the least.
Luckily for them, there wasn't any burst punish, so the pressure is still going for Lucky Nagi. And a throw. If they don't burst, that's a dead Ashwell, but they do decide to take some damage for Ragnar. I think that's a dead character, actually.
Yeah, I got that 4 bars on deck. Should just be a matter of getting that DHC off, and yeah, Sprite Cranberry will be losing that Ragnar.
Okay, so Ashwell level 3 resonance 5 bars. Ashwell can handle very well on a 2v1 scenario. So even though Lucky Nagi has an advantage, one hit from Ashwell can really determine the future of this match.
Yeah, I think Nagi playing it right here, tried to play defensively, but got hit. Blue beat combo, keeping up the pressure. Baited both DPs, but not actually going to get anything from it. Somehow, I think, baited the burst, question mark, and that is suddenly a 2v1 that is turned into a 1v1.
Just like that. Just one good call, one good punish, and that's it for your character when you're facing a character this explosive that is Ashrael.
Yeah. Sprite keeping up the aggression, having no space to pop that resonance here. Catches them once again with the nothing personnel kit, and Sprite Cranberry able to take it back, putting them 2 on the board.
It was 2 times in a row they did the same thing to finish the match. That's actually very, very funny. But yeah, once again, nice notice for Loki Nagy, especially at the end. Like they got baited 2 times in a row that they were going to do DP. Sprite Cranberry wasn't able to punish. At the end, they decided to punish the burst. But yeah, I think they need to take it a bit back. Maybe not be that reckless to actually win.
Yeah, I think it definitely is like a little too antsy on the defensive side of things, but we'll see how they adapt here in this 3rd game.
For now, it's not looking that bad. Adachi got one great JV and a hit riser buff instead of going for a classic VCO.
Now playing like very interestingly, not very BZO focused, opting for a more aggressive Adachi playstyle, not working out there towards the end, allowing the Ragnar to get something funky here, a good block, but could not block the mix afterwards.
Oh, good call, knowing there was a gap. Ashrael getting hit, and a nice character swap, keeping Adachi safe. Oh, but sadly they got hit by the TP whiff. And that's going to court. 1 bar spent, they have 4 bars left. They're able to use all the resources they have. That's a dead character right there.
Yeah, not even necessarily the best starter either, but still going to be a nice chunk of damage here. Basically a TOD. Actually opted to spend the DHA, I think, purely for the lifesteal. Yeah, didn't get too much off that, but, you know, giving Ragnar a little bit of health there. I want to trade on the anti-air.
Oh, this looks so rough. Level 1 Resonance Adachi with these 2 monsters. Oh, this doesn't look really, really good.
Gonna be opting for, once again, that super aggressive Adachi playstyle. Did not see the 6B coming. Could have potentially been the start of a comeback here, but it's going to be the end of the set as Sprite Cranberry taking it 3-0 over Yankee.
Wow, that was such a very brutal match. That's something that Sprite Cranberry always brings to the table, you know? The thing with Sprite is that he always capitalizes of your own mistakes. Because characters like Azrael or Akihiko, you have like this mentality that I need to be very, very careful of what my options are. So you play more of defensive, you overthink stuff. So actually the Ashrael player can take advantage of that, try to go for something else, and at the end, because they are overthinking, they're going to do something stupid, and at the end they're going to take advantage of it, and with that, a good button, and 16k later, 1 character less. So yeah, that's something with the Sprites team that I actually just see consistently.
Yeah, I definitely saw some of that fear coming out from Naegi's gameplay, where I kind of liked some of their ideas of playing relatively more defensively, didn't want the Azrael to get close, but playing maybe a little too scared, wasn't leveraging their assist enough, and very interestingly, like, very little BZOs kind of applied towards, in that game. Well, Azrael is one of the characters that can kind of deal with it. It's very important to know kind of your points in order to get those BZOs off against him, and, you know, you still do have options regardless. He is standing completely still while he does it, so often that can be a point to kind of mind game him. Obviously, easier said than done, but nonetheless, Sprite Cranberry proving to be superior there in that set.
Moving on, I think in bracket we have Yusoro, he's already here, and Ichu Deku. Nice. Second time we are seeing him on stream.
Yes.
Of course, very, very excited to see more Adachi action myself as an Adachi main. Of course, Narukami Adachi doesn't need any introduction. Probably the most consistent team in the game. Very easy to use, very brutal to face against. Oh, it's going to be very, very tough.
Yeah, it's you know, I've said in the past, you know, there's not a lot to say with this team. That's still true, but like, yeah, I mean, definitely in the upper echelons of teams, probably the team that I think is the easiest to get results with. Two very strong characters that work fittingly, very excellently together. But yeah, unfortunately, not a lot to say there except do Bizio and do Narukami things.
Yeah. Actually, we're going to see like night and day because previous match we saw an Adachi team that doesn't take that much advantage of a PCO setup, but now we are seeing Narukami and Adachi. This team characterized with the most horrible BCO setups, constant 50-50s that are such an unavoidable thing to deal with, very hard to react to. So yeah, it's pretty much a tough situation that Itudeku right now is going to face us.
Yeah. Like, Ruby Yang is a decent comp against it. It's just like, it doesn't have like a screw Adachi like button. You have to play very much aggressively, make sure the Adachi doesn't get the space required in order to set up BZU, which is easier said than done because like he has decent close range options. And of course he has good zoning tools like Azio, which lines up perfectly into BZU if you hit it. On top of Narukami just being a generally strong point character that doesn't need Adachi in order to operate, it's just like it's a team that has a good game plan going forward and a good backup in case you can't get it. So needless to say, it's very just block Lamau is the best way to counterplay it, or just kill him. There's really no good options for most characters in order to deal with it, which is why it's like one of the most impressive teams of the game. I mean, like, why Adachi is the most consistent character of the game. And to answer Detective Crow question, if you don't want to block, just kill him. That's the answer. Just kill him.
Maybe you can DQ too. That's something I did once, and I won at the end. I didn't need to face the team.
True. Just like, hey, IRL burst works too. Absolutely. I mean, like,
Yeah.
all I'm saying is I don't think anyone will bat an eye if you IRL burst an Adachi Narukami player. You might get a medal for that.
True, yeah, a medal of honor, dude. Of bravery. And with that, Itudeku joins, not switching for Jang, sticking with the Ruby Yumi. Interesting.
As much as I generally praise the efficiency and play of the Ruby Yang comp, I think it's a very objective fact of the matter that this is just like, at the very least, top 2 teams, if not just the best. So I understand.
Yeah, I totally agree. But I don't know, I think Itudeku, since he's more familiarized with Jang, they perform better with Jang rather than Yumi. But that's just something I just noticed. But maybe they're going to prove me wrong.
Yeah. Alright, gonna be getting some EHZO pressure, hitting some mids. Actually able to hit the 5B2 to start some of that pressure. And excellent blocks up until the very end, but not gonna be able to make the burst. And yeah, try to get something going there. I'm not entirely sure. And this is just a lot of swinging, but Itudeku coming out on top.
Look at that beautiful switch side, switching to Yumi, keeping Ruby safe. Oh, almost catching both of the characters, and with that, a DP keeps Narukami switching to Adachi, trying to set up maybe an AC or something.
Oh my god, freaking the TRM did not come out once again, baits the DP, able to catch it too. This is looking quite good here, as this should be a kill. It is a kill.
Okay, trying to go for a 50-50 cross-up. At the end, they weren't able to. Now Narukami takes advantage.
Yeah, able to actually catch the EX0 with a parry and a mash out. Not going to be respecting any of y'all's pressure here. And Yosuro going to be falling to E2 Deku.
That was a very fast-paced match. Itodeku really studied the matchup, I think. They knew exactly what they were aiming for, trying to, avoid Narukami and Nadachi setting up a BCO to keep the game plan going. They just ruthless aggression all the way through, not letting like a room to breathe. That's something very smart.
Yes. I don't know, Yosura, just don't get hit. That's my advice to you.
Just luck, dude.
Just block. He wasn't doing a lot of that. And to be fair, he doesn't typically do a lot of that.
Okay, but right now, Itodeku is not blocking either. We're getting picked by the Axiom 50-50 and decide to go for a burst. Keep it simple, safe. But the JB punishing them with 5B.
Probably going to be setting up a B-Zio here. What's the block like? Empty jump low, perfectly executed there, but still in this corner position. Keeps it all patient, how far we can go. Excellent defense at E2 Deku Court, but hit by the low. Unfortunately here, has that 4-bar on deck. This is going to be very close to a kill, if not just... Okay.
Burst, keeping Yumi safe, trying to, at least regain some of the advantage they had in the past. Oh, but with no avail. Active switch after hit riser buff. Keep it close to the best. I'm going to straight to the other corner. 50-50.
XM blocks once more, but bursts out at the wrong time here. Going to be getting a meterless kill. Solo Ruby with only level 1 resonance.
Oh, yeah. They weren't able to really build up like the endgame build, but yeah, it really didn't pay off. At the end, they overscaled it by using too much fear. Bosom wasn't able to connect, and with that, just really takes it. Tying up the score.
Alright, definitely the general spectrum of kind of what I would expect of these team comps. Needless to say, whoever gets the first hit just kind of steamrolls into killing. That's kind of just how you want these teams to operate, and generally how they do.
Yeah, totally. Since Adachi doesn't have like the best defensive options, you can just take advantage of it and not letting breathe. But if Adachi gets the hit, it's just constant 50-50s and setups. So yeah, pick your poison.
It really is just a very polarizing playstyle. Interesting buzzsaw. I think that was supposed to be Gun Blast. Tries to convert off it, but not quite. Actually going to be getting out of the corner, keeping up the pressure. E2 Deku getting hit once more.
Okay. Narukami is able to get away with it. Nice active switch, trying to get the pressure going in the corner. Oh, but they knew they were trying to go for something similar to a throw. And now, they get hit by the JC and by the place burst. Luckily for them, they were able to get punished, but it doesn't matter at the end.
Going to be starting that Narukami aggression once more. Try to bust out of the corner, assist in the back, so not going to be punishable. Yosuro getting hit by that once more. Yeah, no full conversions, but keeping up the aggressions is what's important here. Excellent blocks on Yosuru's part.
Oh wow, what a trade. 5B trading with ACO, returning back to neutral. What? Oh wow.
The 5B auto-correcting. Was that it? Oh wait, his burst I think was locked out. Gonna be opting for the Atom Smasher. Yeah, super out of the situation just so there's no DHC available. A smart call there as that is a dead Adachi.
And with that, with a nice punish, that should be dead Narukami as well. And it takes the second game. Oh, that was so wacky. The fact that 5B hit from behind and then auto-corrected to the other side, hitting Adachi, that was just, they got just stolen in broad daylight, man.
Look, if you freaking play Adachi Narukami, you deserve all the robbery that's gonna happen to you. That's all I gotta say about that.
Yeah,
Like,
maybe just karma, you know?
it's not a robbery. It's just taking back what you rightfully deserve.
Get ready.
Actually,
Well,
you know,
that's true.
like if you okay, so Deku and Yosura are playing like healer like felon teams. Like if one steals from the other, is this morally okay?
Oh,
Do we
I see.
have to do we have to be upset if anyone gets robbed this set?
Yeah, it's just basically robbers stealing from each other. Oh, nice
Ooh.
parry.
Yeah, just
Pressure
enough
going.
time. Keep it all brisk.
Oh, stadium setup. Oh, amazing JA. Spaced perfectly and getting an overhead. But the burst keeping Narukami safe, and now Adachi's on deck. Oh, but it gets punished.
Yeah, I was gonna mention, like, I was really surprised Yosura just like let Narukami take all that damage, because it's like it's gonna make it. Oh, this is a dirty setup. Yeah, I'm gonna actually.
Oh,
Do I have to swap block? Alright.
yeah.
I mean, Adachi is not the worst solo character. Oh my god, I mean, he's great if you get hits. But like, this is looking more and more doable as time goes on.
Level 2 Resonance, keeping all that at death. Catcher almost, luckily for them, Resonance was able to run out just in time for Yumi to burst. But right now, Adachi has lots of advantage actually. Having 3 bars, Ruby almost hit the verse of dying.
This is super risky, very low, but paying off here. As long as there is a super, this should be dead Yosuro here. And yeah, E2 Deku taking it with a new team. Not the most stylish, not the most unique team in the world by any means, but still going to be taking it over 3-1.
Yeah, that was very, very good. Even though it was way too close to comfort, in my opinion. Especially after, you know, that BCO Itodeku switching to Ruby and then getting hit by it. Oh, that was very, very scary. Especially
Yeah.
against Adachi.
Yeah, and I was talking earlier, like, E2 Deku is not super familiar with the team, but like, he was doing some very, like, advanced tech with the team, like, very team specific stuff like that 6P reset, and it's kind of looking like, you know, he's been playing the team for a while. And like, also, I mean, I'll say it once, we'll say it again. Yumi is not a hard character to pick up by any means, but like the general proficiency that I'm seeing from E2 Deku with it, despite it not being the main squeeze, is like it's decently impressive for what it's worth.
Totally, I agree. But up next, we have 2 people we already saw on stream before. We have Sonny-kun and Sprite Cranberry. Sonny-kun switching to the main squeeze, while Sprite Cranberry is using this team that he's been working on the past month.
Yes. Azrael Hakumen, that is a team comp that I would not expect to work. Two very awkward, slow characters. Hakumen does have some big buttons to offset it, but Azrael being a notoriously awkward character to have to work with needs a very specific set of tools in order to work, and like, I'm personally not seeing how Hakumen can really make it work, but I mean, hey, that's what experimentation is for.
And I can tell you firsthand, because I played against Sprite Cranberry before with this team. It's brutal if you are not prepared of what he has prepared, you know, what he has planned. So even though, yeah, it's a very unorthodox team, it's something you don't expect. It can work with a good plans, and Sprite Cranberry is such a talented player. He's able to make everything work. So yeah, I'm very excited to see this in action.
Can't escape from crossing fate. Fight.
Okay, starting things slowly, trying to get some early hits. But for now, oh, that was almost very, very scary.
Yeah, it's a scramble right now, but gonna be getting hit with the overhead here. Hard is already in the red zone. I have no idea how we got here, but this is not looking great.
Yeah, it doesn't look very good. Yeah, they forced the boards to keep card on check. Okay, for now, they're not able to, break through Strike Number's defense. That was so risky, that DP. And instead overhead, and with that, Sonicun keeps the momentum.
Drops the combo question mark, but able to DP out of the situation. Left total's actually looking relatively even here. Asriel gonna be coming in a DP, and that is going to hurt.
With just one bar, you're on the other side. Now you're in the corner, and you're probably going to get like a 11k combo out of that. That's so fucking brutal, just from a single mistake.
Super straight out of the situation. Another risky play, but brings in the heart. Gonna be allowing the Asriel to start cooking here, and they might be cooking too much. No burst out right now. Oh wait, he has the meter. Oh yeah, there it is. Just well, there she goes.
He didn't mind it, and even though they got away with first, nice will put 5A end of his life, and with that, Sparkrambi takes it. That was so explosive.
Yeah, it was like towards the middle point of that match, it was looking very even. Sonic had that advantage, but man, it is still, to be noted, Azrael is a very high damage character, but Hakumen is also tends to be on the upper level of stuff, especially when it comes to DP punish and all of that. So this can be a team where you gotta make sure that your defense is spot on, or else you're gonna be taking a lot more damage than you might expect.
Yeah,
Maybe
sadly,
not against it.
Sonicun had like these habits of, DPing and sometimes throwing. So sometimes you can bait throw and you can get an easy punish. So Sonicun needs to be very, very mindful against this team specifically.
Yes, but gotta get the train rolling here. Might be a good start here. Nice check on the throw, allowing Sprite Kramer to get into the corner, and a DP will bring back the momentum. Good blocks there, but how good is your defense? Oh, Sprite Kramer unfortunately letting go of that pressure.
With that, Sonicun takes full advantage of it. Lands some hits, going straight to the corner. Nice BNB with the nice corner carry. And switching back to Asriel, keeping some distance.
Azrael just approaching. Oh, I like that from Sonicun. Let him approach just to the point where they can get a mix here, but unfortunately, no bait on the burst, allowing this Hakumen to go in. Nice 4P. This has 5 bars on deck. Hakumen is a big character, but this looking like a kill.
Nice. But remember, it's still Asriel. Asriel with 5 bars and with Resonant Blaze, it's a character you don't mess up with. So even though they have the advantage right now, Sonicun needs to play as if he's already dead.
Yeah. Good push blocks out. Just going to be avoiding some situations. Another risky DP, but paying off.
Oh, luckily for Sonicun, Resonance is over. Lands a great hit. Harmful punch. No mirror to kill, but at least they take all the momentum.
Yeah, gonna be opting for that sandwich setup here. How good's your defense? Apparently great here, as Sprite Kirby with very confidently gets out of the situation, but still that one-touch zone, even in existence, spell Doom. Sonicun playing super defensively, DP into the Azrael there. A little bit of a panic moment, but nonetheless, Sonicun will be tying up the set 1-1.
Yeah, that really made my heart beat a bit. The moment I saw Arfel teleporting and then Sonicun doing a special kick, that was so risky. But these risky DPs that Sonicun has done has been paid off so far. 3 of them have landed and 2 of them led them to death. So yeah.
Can't escape from crossing fate.
Completely dangerous game, to say the least. We'll see if Sprite Cranberry is able to punish some of those DPs here in this next round. Gets hit by the lower, or doesn't get hit by the lower head, I'm sorry, but yeah, gonna be firing back with this heart corner pressure, and this is really where stuff gets going. I'm not sure what that was for, but able to get out of the corner.
Harmful punch, not landing, keep it safe with assist. Oh, but at the end it doesn't matter with a nice, another super drone hitting heart.
This is a quite low situation. Actually uses that meter in order to get a very interesting safe swap out in order to go to the S here. And we're just they're actually playing neutral. They're legitimately trying to play footsies.
In this game? In this year? That's amazing, man. And look at that nice bait with the throw punish. This shouldn't be a kill, but it doesn't matter. It's a nice, well punished. And a bait of the DP and killing Hakumen just like that.
Very excellent structuring of the pressure there to bait every single one of Sprite Cranberry's options. Once it lay in, let that solo Azrael gets hit with the overhead, but no follow-up. The Beast is out, gets the hit, but no punish. Tries to hit the confirm. Oh, actually, doesn't do the follow-up. Was on blocks. I didn't know that.
Oh, it's still very, very close. Need to be very, very mindful, but at the end doesn't matter. A well-placed JB and a 5P, it's able to close the job, and Sonicun takes it. I think they were able to, you know, read the room, adapt to a Sprite Cranberry quite efficiently, actually. They knew exactly what they were going for, and right now, the game is his.
Yeah, I really love how Sonicun was approaching that match. Their general spacing when it came to a lot of their Oki, and as well as their kind of like throwing out in neutral, was so well placed to the point where Hakumen could neither cut nor abuse his parries. And towards the end, towards that sequence where Sonicun activated the CC in order to bait out the counter, was very smart here. So showing off a lot of Hakumen general matchup knowledge, which is definitely paying off here in this set.
Let's see if Sprite Cranberry is able to adapt on his own. For now, they're making a great job landing some strong hits. Switching back to Asheville, getting some hits going on, 50-50, trying to get the game going.
Azrael's out and under pressure, going to be swapping over the Hakumen, giving Sonicun some of that space, but nothing too major coming out of it.
Okay, they were able to burst successfully. Now Asheville is on play. Oh, they're playing neutral amazingly. Wow, what a backdash to avoid the 6P. Wow.
This is a very slow game of neutral. Sets up the sandwich there. Good defense so far, but could not block the 4P. No full conversion, though, unfortunately. Could not get the 6P, and that might be a dead heart.
It actually is. Wow, 7k out of that punish. Wow. Now his solo is level 4 resonance against these characters. She's not able to, you know, abuse that much projectiles with the Growler and, of course, Hakumen's special properties.
Yeah, ooh, try to just pressure in, but meeting them in the air going to be a quite a hefty punish for Azrael, but more importantly, that corner positioning, that corner pressure is going to be playing nice tech on the throw, but can you block the second mix? I didn't even see that. That was messed up. I didn't even see that, bro.
Oh no, I think that's a dead character right there. No, I think they of the accidental active switch. Well, it doesn't matter. Sonicun is in a very, very bad position. Sprite Cranberry has pretty much full health characters. It's just, you know, one more punish and that should be it.
Civilization there for Sprite Cranberry, tying up the set 2-2 last game. How will that go? Because this was I mean, I think needless to say, like, Sonicun has been quite dominant in the games that they have won, and I think that it's just because they've been given that space in order to kind of like zone out both of Sprite Cranberry's characters, especially Azrael, just playing it very defensively, but not too defensively, by allowing Azrael to get space. But like when that train gets going, I think Sonicun has really been struggling to get out.
Yeah, if Sonicun is not able to, you know, like cut the distance, trying to get the gameplay going, it really shows like the crack. The gameplay that they have, it just cracks. So yeah, they really need to be very, very mindful since Sprite Cranberry is adapting. But for now, he's dealing it off quite perfectly.
I'm not going to be able to hit the tech chase here. Hakumen, decently low life total, probably not risk at dying just yet. Maybe he will be with this DP punish, actually.
Yeah, spending all resources, cross combo. No, but they drop it. Oh, at the end there, so well, but with a special kick overhead, is able to finish the job.
Yeah, I could not find that place to burst out. Going to be not punishing, actually. Tried to do something fancy there with the dash. But regardless, going to be trying to get some pressure going, but Stony-kun just firing back here, running out a lot of that resonance.
Oh, for now, it just homing dash cancels. No punish on the JC. Keeping some distance with Astral. 4 bars still very, very dangerous. Sprakenberry can actually get something going on, especially with those well-placed 5As hitting S plenty of times.
There is currently no push block available, so yeah, just try to keep the pressure mashed out. Oh, could have been a lot more dangerous, I think, if the conversion was available, but trying to play under neutral, not working out though, so can firing back in what could be a set-losing combo.
I think it is, with all these resources, cross combo, La Super just barely able to finish the job. Oh, that was so close, and with that, Sonic-kun takes the set, 3-2. It was such a back and forward set. That was very, very nice to hear. And you know, these talented players always put up a show.
Yes, indeed. Going to be moving on to the winners final side of the bracket, and I wasn't believing too much in the Hakumen Azrael comp, and like, even though like how close that set is, I don't know if I'm still quite convinced, but what I am convinced of, there was some really good play there from Bright, Cranberry, really knowing how to kind of space themselves well with Azrael and Hakumen, and was able to really maintain a lot of the pressure, some of those fundamental things when it comes to the Azrael, like kind of the Azrael player brain was very much there. And despite like maybe some of the awkwardness of the team, it was most certainly a good showing there.
Yeah, pretty unique, unorthodox team, but quite dangerous regardless. Both of the characters are really characterized for, you know, having good buttons, slow mobility, but they hit like a truck once they're able to, you know, get the game plan going. So yeah, definitely Sprite Cranberry showing off what the team can do. Very unique, and of course, only a Sprite is able to, you know, be able to make it shine the way it did.
Yes, excited to potentially see some more of that, but it looks like we have our winner's side sorted out, and we'll probably be moving on to the loser's side of the bracket. But before we get that going, I want to remind everybody in the audience about our Matcherino. Make sure you go into that link that has been provided there, and if you are so inclined, press that yellow-orange contribute button on the top right to donate as much money as you'd like to tonight's bracket pot. Any dollar amount is appreciated. You know what? Maybe even a cent amount. If you want to donate 50 cents, that is totally within your prerogative. Any way to support our players is very much appreciated. We got a $10 donations from our wonderful T.O. Master Cheap with the comment, play Uma Musume when it releases globally. Most people in this call will be on that, so if you are interested in playing that game, I'm sure information will come on that eventually. We're still waiting for like months now, but eventually.
The constant soon TM.
Yep. But all right, it looks like we got a tournament to get to instead of dooming about the current state of global Uma Musume. This is okay. My dyslexic ass is not going to be able to pronounce this name versus Pat Neko.
So he's Ray Ramone, but you can call him, you know, Ray. I think.
Okay. That's easier for me to say because like I don't know.
Dyslexia to be like that, you know.
Like, I just can't read it. Like my brain just can't process it.
Give it a shot, man. Well, since we're waiting right now, give it a shot.
Ray Romone.
Nailed it. That wasn't that bad.
Okay. Yeah, no, like that freaking. So what my brain is like, is like kind of processing, is like the RAER is RARE. So like
Yeah.
Ramon, like that.
So, yeah.
Like that's just what my brain is doing right now. It is not great. I hate my brain sometimes.
Don't worry. It's quite weird because it's right raw and then money, mon. I don't know. English is hard. So yeah, it's what a name. So that's why we here call we call them red. It's way easier like that.
Yeah, I will be calling them Ray for the rest of the set, but looks like they are ready to get going. Celica knew.
Oh, and they just left.
Okay, did anybody else see that there was Sonokun in the lobby?
Yes, but I just ignore it.
As Celica knew?
Yes, I checked
Okay, it wasn't
the
just
car.
me. It wasn't
Yes.
just me. Okay.
Yeah,
That
I
was
think
really weird.
it was a mistake. Yeah.
Man, I don't even know if that's a PC tag moment or not.
Well, right now we're on PlayStation tag, so that's just even weirder.
Yeah. Okay.
So yeah.
Nope.
Let's see.
Noel Makoto versus Celica New. Never thought I'd see this.
Me neither. Actually, Ray doesn't play. Of course, they play various of teams, so they are known well better for the Hilda. So yeah, I'm surprised. Maybe New 13, is like the same archetype, so they can really play off with that. But seeing Noel Makoto, that's something very interesting to see.
Yeah. I mean, both Noel Makoto are very rare, probably for a good reason, but like, yeah, cooking right now. Nice burst out.
Okay, trying to maintain distance is new. Yeah, I'm trying to just keep some distance, trying to get the game plan going. But Neko is not able to get close and gets open up. But nice burst. Keeping Makoto safe. No, now some point, but sadly they got nervous and TP was punished.
I'm gonna need to check. E30 is like Noel, one of the characters we can't get a combo on.
I'm pretty sure.
Like-
Let me double check that.
Okay, thank you, because I was gonna comment on that. Yeah, because
Yeah, I
if
actually was
so,
surprised.
Yeah, like if so, that's gonna be really awkward actually for Celica to have to deal with.
Yeah, usually it's with the JA pickup, so not being able to do that is pretty much going to be detrimental. But either way, Ray has lots of teams, so maybe they can just switch up.
Yeah, already gonna be zoning out. I mean, like so far it's not working out here. Gonna be getting a decent chunk of damage here, and actually gonna be opting to use 4P for one of the only uses that it has, which is trying to stall break here. And yeah, because of that, gonna actually be equalizing life totals. The zoning has been a little too hard to get out of, forcing out a burst. And yeah, Ray is looking quite good here as they will actually be killing the Noel.
Nice, well done. Spending gold resources, and now it's solo Makoto against the world. Level 4 Resonance though, and right now we're on Rampage time. So
Yeah.
they need to be very, very mindful. Right now, mirror is something not to be worried about.
Got in confirmation for E30 that Noel is part of the normal routing. Oh, no cross raid? I'm surprised there. Anyways, bye-bye.
Oh, that was actually a great match. It took a lot of time. Actually, Ray decided to, take their time, play more of a zoning, try to approach the game, and I think that's like the best thing to do because teams against Makoto, they cannot do anything about that. Since they are not able to approach, you can just take full advantage, try to put in as much distance as possible, and just trying to get some pressure full screen until they eventually got hit, and so back and so forth.
Yeah. I mean, like, Noel and Makoto, not characters that are very well known at being able to kind of counter a zoning focused game plan, and definitely saw that. There was good pressure up close, but as soon as that zoning started going, it was like it was misery.
Yeah, actually, let's hope Patneko is able to, get that hit and just run up with it. Because as long as they are close and they're able to throw hands, everything is possible, just like that.
Found a gap in that pressure, and finally it's time to get the Makoto going. What is she gonna do? Get push blocked out is what's gonna happen, apparently.
That's like the safest option to do, and that 5P was able to reach to the 13, so Makoto was... That was so sad to see. Oh, wow. Okay, spinning some mirror and catching them up. Nice, well done. Keeping as oh wow, nice doing the dash. The classic 13, throwing. That was a nice setup.
Alright, yeah, just gonna get that zoning game plan going. Yeah. The occasional throw with a 4P here. One of the few uses for this assist is with zoning characters, and this is working out. Try to mash out of the situation, but New having a surprisingly fast button. Yeah, this new 13 on a roll.
Yeah, for now it's nothing they can do. Just take advantage of the situation. 4P hitting New 13, giving distance. Yeah, they cannot even approach even with 5B, and that will be it.
Yes.
Oh, this is so tough for Patneko. Yeah, against this team, well, in general against zoners, both Noel and Makoto will struggle. And since Raymond, it's basically a player that their archetype is just zoning. It was going to be tough, very very tough for Patneko.
It's like it's a slow death, but regardless, they gotta find those ways to get in. And New being kind of a rare character, she is a little awkward to have to deal with.
Yeah, totally. For now, Patneko is able to get some hits in, getting some American resets. That's nice. Celica not looking that great. Switching to New 13. Oh, and they were able to duck the 5B. That was actually amazing.
Alright, yeah, I mean, look, get them going. The defense is being shattered here. A nice 4A. This is I have never seen a Noel perfect before, but this is what it's looking like. They could have killed there. Unfortunately, did not cash out into super. Going to be ruining their perfect, but still, nonetheless, what the hell just happened?
Oh, that was very weird. But at the end of that situation, 13 died, and now Celica is solo, level 2 resonance, and death. Wow, Patneko being able to show that when they're up close and personal, they're able to, take full advantage of it, overwhelming the opponent with full-on pressure. That was just pure ruthless aggression. You love to see it.
Yeah, definitely. Nothing too crazy coming out from Patneko's side. It just generally restrictions with the team comp, but solid strike throw, making sure that every option that that Ray could have mash out was decently covered, and yeah, just excellent fundamental aggression there. And if that's what's required in order to get stuff going, then as long as we see some more of that, they'll be fine.
Yeah, as long as Patneko has will and determination, With this team, everything is possible. They just need to keep the momentum going. No stop. It's no time to think twice.
Out of my way. No will find Ragna herself.
Oh, they went for the color swap.
Can't escape
Yeah.
from
Maybe that's the key for victory. Having the correct colors.
Yeah.
Yeah, look at that.
You know what? New colors, happy birthday, but a nice 2B coming out from Noel, able to catch the Celicar, able to go corner with this too, I believe. Yeah, one of Noel's actually good trades. A lot of her combos do go corner to corner.
For now, Ray is able to switch to neutral team at the successful burst. Oh, they were nice, well done 5B. Oh, but they're not able to, commit to it, and now they're getting punished after a punish burst.
Yes. Alright, zoning game plan has been getting going. Actually going to be offering a little bit of aggression. And this is still, regardless, we'll have to deal with the actual rare footage of Makoto projectile actually beating something, which is going to be very huge here for Pat Neko. Gets the counter hit confirmed, but no full kill.
Oh, but doesn't matter. It takes the momentum. They just smash 5A. They had the frame advantage, and I think that should be a dead Celica, right? Well,
As
maybe
long-
not.
I think with the AC, yeah, that should be.
Yeah. Oh, just very nice. That Pat Neko needs to face against Solonu, but they need to be really careful. It doesn't matter. They were able to impulse straight to the DP, and that's a dead character barely. Amazing, well done.
I mean, the theory was proven true. If they're able to get in against Ray, like, Celica and New, more so New, definitely don't have like the best defensive options, and very much like Makoto, if she is able to get in, is pretty good in kind of scramble situations. Same thing with Noelle, just due to her spread of options. So like, as long as the close range games is there, even if there's no like full conversions like we were seeing, the scramble setups that they were able to get were very much in their favor, and the team is not lacking too much in damage, so it was quite rewarding. But gonna be opting for Celica New, huh? Or not New, Celica Neo.
Close enough. they both have a name that starts with a... So, yeah.
Yeah. I hate the freaking like Celica 9 color. It makes me uncomfortable.
Yeah, me too. It reminds me that, at least we're not seeing a 9 in this bracket. But regardless, Pat Neko having the early on advantage. Let's see if Ray Switch actually pays off. They play Neo quite well. I think this is one of their main characters. So yeah.
They're gonna be going for the overhead. A good burst bait, but like not able to get it off anything. But like we're just repeating the cycle here. Reset. Nah, not gonna take that. Just DP.
Okay, for now, just full on pressure, trying to get in with. Oh, nice! They learn from it. Twice they tried to go for a JC. No, but actually, 6-3 working on. Working again.
If you guys need footage of why Noelle is bad, I think that was perfect.
Yeah, the fact that 6P was able to, actually affect Makoto since they weren't able to get the burst punish, that was so bad. But it doesn't matter, Pat Neko adapts, and now it's taking full advantage, go to the corner, trying to kill Celica as fast as possible.
Trade on the 2B. Oh, yeah, I don't think Celica can, like, genuinely convert off Neo 5P. I'm gonna be real.
Sadly, Pat Neko loses Makoto. Solo Noel, 3 level 4 resonance. And, Ray getting the hits. And a reset with a throw. Oh, it's not looking good.
Yeah. That should be a kill. That leader on deck, yeah, that's going to be it. The Neo proven to be too much of a readjustment in order for Pat Neko to get through it. Ray able to take the set 3-2.
Oh, that was so brutal. I still think that if the 4P didn't get in the way with the punish, I think Pat Neko will take it. That was a well placed burst punish with a nice starter for Makoto. Oh, I'm still so upset about that. Oh, that was so bad. But yeah, Pat Neko actually was able to adapt regardless. They had like a rough start, but at the end, I think they were able to adapt quite consistently to this zoning game plan. And they were able to decide to what, I'm going to just approach and never get away, just up close and personal, keep the pressure going all the time, and that worked efficiently quite well until they switched to the main squeeze as Neo.
Yeah, I don't see a lot of Noels rolling about. Of course, like I've mentioned, really bad character, but I was really liking what Pat Neko was applying there. They knew their like kind of button ranges and kind of some of the surprising angles Noel can take. I like their use of drive in order to beat out a lot of the mids that Celica was kind of like throwing out with that 5A. It's like Noelle has a lot of faults, but if you're able to mix in some of her wackier tools together, you can definitely catch people off guard.
Yeah. In conclusion, never play Noel.
Noel sucks. Look, I know people have their opinion on who the worst character in the game is. I vote for Noel. That character.
Really?
Yeah, because like, what is a Noel gonna do if you just up back?
Cry.
Yeah, like at least Tager can magnetize him. At least Tager has Tager has quarter pressure.
And the cheese factory, a well put throw, they can. It's just like a snowball,
Yeah.
so it can actually work.
Like, Noel hits you and is like, "Oh, congratulations, you did 5K to me. Let me just up back."
Exactly. Oh, I'm still very upset. That 4P, it's going to, haunt me in my dreams. It's going to ruin my day. I mean, my night. I'm still upset. But regardless, maybe seeing some Adachi gameplay will cheer me on. Now we have Lucky Naegi once again on stream, and we were able to see Isaiah Goofy back. So that's cool.
On auto pass, even though I think they have to play.
Maybe they're not ready for it. It's fine. I can play for you if you want.
That might be illegal.
I don't know. I have Ruby in my team. The Goofy is now, ready to play.
I'm tired of this. It's your case now.
Okay, let's see. Lucky Nagi last time wasn't, very keen to do BCO setups, but they were facing against Ashriel. Maybe this time they are going to be more comfortable, maybe, but to try to go for it. So let's see.
Alright, gonna be starting off pretty good here. Not a lot of pressure, but just gonna be trying to maintain some of that aggression. Alright. Looking not so good for Naegi.
Oh, nice TP bait. It was sadly not a great punish. Regardless, it was a fair amount of damage. 4K. It could have done even more. It doesn't matter with 5B. I don't know. They were trying to maybe beat the burst and another DP. Wow.
Alright, has the cross combo on deck. Ruby, I think, should be able to kill with the super... Okay, barely not. Yeah, gonna be putting the Akatsuki in that low health zone. Tries the 5C out of the situation, but that aggression is not stopping no matter what you do.
Okay, cross ray, interesting. Switching to Rachel, setting some stuff. BCO is on deck. They're able to avoid it completely. Oh, that was almost sick. Oh, both of Lucky Nagi's characters in the verge of dying. And Nakatsuki just barely dies. Now he's all Adachi level 4. So actually, I mean level 1, sorry. A level 1 resistance 5 bars.
Just trying to run up, create some space here, create some noise, but Unfortunately, drops a combo. Nothing now you can do fire back here with this combo. Not a huge amount of damage, but does get that Heat Razor buff.
Okay, well placed ACO. Super continuing to Atom Smasher with the Heat Riser buff. Was able to, seal the deal. Now it's solo Rachel. Rachel in Resonance is amazing. Oh, what? JA was able to trigger DP, and at the end they didn't got any punish. Oh, that DP sucks.
Thank God it sucks. Alright, gonna be bashing back here. Has 3 bars on deck, gonna get that Heat Riser buff once more. Could maybe make the difference here, but gets hit by the farm animals and the freaking photo finish with the giant frog. As is Goofy going to be taking the first game?
That was a good game for Isaiah Goofy, I think. Of course, Lucky Nagi, I noticed, many DPs trying to, try to be as efficient as possible, trying to just instant avoiding any kind of pressure. And I think that can affect because there were like 2, maybe 3 DP punishes in this match against, Akatsuki. And that really decided like the fate of the match early on. So yeah, maybe they should try to, it's okay to be defensive, but try other options rather than DP because it's way too risky, too much risk for not that great of a reward.
Alright, gonna be started off with that B. Tatsu though into the 5C overhead. Man, I was making Detective Crow illusions here, but that's Detective Crow build. I mean that very respectively.
I can see what you mean. Regardless, Goofy was able to once again get like the DP bait and the punish. Oh, and the first punish, but they take it incorrectly. Still, they're in a great position, hitting Dachi from behind, and now they're in the corner once again.
Ooh, actually, I'm gonna be opting to get the Rachel, I guess, just for a little bit more damage here. But just mashes straight out of the situation, but does get to the Itachi immediately out.
Yeah, that's quite smart. Keeping Itachi safe, they're not in great shape. For now, they're playing the zoning game. Trying to, parry to avoid all the projectiles. It didn't pay off at the end.
No burst punish will be available. Try to bait something out there. And Goofy is out of meter to really do any, like, funny shenanigans with, like, George or, like, push block out of this situation either. And gets hit by the little bit of gap there and has enough bars in order to kill. And there goes the Rachel.
Oh, yeah, the last hit of the 5A auto combo deals a lot of damage. So yeah, 10k just out of that. And for now, it's not looking that hot.
Too much dip on the chip there. Gonna be too much there in order to kill, but this combo looking like it will. And Lucky Nagi taking the second game.
Well, Isaiah Goofy it's performed quite well, but Lucky Nagi was able to adapt as well. So it's basically like back and forward when it comes to who wins the neutral. So yeah, that's quite interesting. I'm also seeing like way more ACOs and BCOs without the fear of getting grounded by Ezreal. I think Lucky Nagi is way more comfortable with that.
Yeah. Surprisingly, like, not super Rachel-focused gameplay, which is kind of, like, building into my theory that this is very much a, kind of, like, dual-sense comp where, like, they kind of want to play the Ruby a little bit more, and the Rachel's just there as a good backup. And, I mean, working for the most part.
Oh, wow, that 4P was quite clutch, hitting from behind, beating with both characters. For now, keeping the momentum going, not finishing, the combos with Oki. That has been messing up sometimes with the neutral. So let's hope, it's not that bad, but just I said that a happy birthday just happened.
Yeah. No meter available to do anything, like, super explosive, but you know what? 5C, baby, we out here.
Now it's Rachel, 4 bars, level 3 resonance, this amazing situation, and right now George is set up in the field. You need to be very, very careful.
It's the overhead here. Kotsky in the red zone, but not quite doomed just yet. George still in the background, going to be stopping some of that pressure in order to avoid him. The chip is kind of building up, but like most importantly, going to be able to hit with something there. But we mashed out of these scenarios here. Has a lot of meter. This might just be a kill straight up, honestly.
Oh, I think they overscale it. Yes, they put it maybe with just super. They could actually kill it, but I think they, overscale it. Right now, giving an opportunity to Isaiah Goofy to, once again, do something with George. Nothing up at the end. Nice burst. And the 236C is able to hit all the way from downtown, right to the ground, to Rachel. Wow. Those 5 A's on Wake Up has been really paying off for Lucky Nagi here. But that's just a Adachi for you. Nice buttons, nice zoning. But yeah, let's see if Isaiah Goofy is able to, I know they are capable of, avoiding this gameplay of Lucky Nagi. It's just about getting the correct hits in the right situations.
Well, they are getting hit in a very wrong situation here, starting off with a happy birthday. Not a great start. 8.7k pressure keeping up, but just not deterred. Tried to fire back. This is rough. Yeah.
No, and the Visio, they cross up themselves. Ruby dying straight up. I don't know. No. Well, maybe the message they said wasn't received. It was the total opposite of what happened. But that was just so messed up, man. 2 happy birthdays in a row. Oh, that sucks. And with that, Lucky Nagi, takes it. Oh, well done for you both.
Yeah, that was unfortunate turn of events at the end. Yeah, I don't know what to say. It's just sometimes it just be like that against Adachi.
Yeah, it was beat that to round start 5P. Yeah, that's awful. And of course, afterwards, the BCO was set up. They didn't know where and when to block, and they got hit once again. Yeah, that was actually so brutal. Oh no. Oh, I'm so sad. that was the end of Isaiah Goofy right there.
Yeah.
But regardless, we move on in the bracket. Sprite Cranberry once again, blasting out with the presence. I'm facing Ray. Let's see if they stick with Silicaneo. Oh no, they don't. They go straight to the main team. Okay, interesting. Oh, this team is so freaking horrible to play against. With Elizabeth as his kid, they pretty much allow Hilda to reign supreme and control neutral quite perfectly.
So I have very distinct memories of this team. Back before we got the roll vacuum, I played against this guy. I don't remember their name, and like this is not offensive to their connection. I'm pretty sure they just lived really far away from me. But I had to play against this team in like 1 bar connection, and I've never forgotten it ever since. And like even in that lag, I saw the hints of greatness that this team can apply, and quite frankly, I do not like it. I do not like it.
So now let's hope the connection is at least playable, so we can see it in display. For now, Hilda got hit early on. It's very, very dangerous for her, so they need to play a bit careful. Okay, nice burst. Trying to get in as soon as possible, trying to maintain advantage, and with that, with 5B going straight forward, trying to go for a trigger reset, but they get punished because of that. Wow, they tried to read the jump.
Just going to be popping the super. Not a ton of damage, but able to kind of like zone out here in this situation, set up the sandwich, but nothing too major. But the zoning is being really painful to say the least.
Yeah, luckily for Sprite, he has, Ashfield, and Growler can really, avoid zoning sometimes, but it's still Hilda is quite difficult to deal with. But it doesn't matter, as long as she's dead after an Ashfield super, now they can raise Supreme.
Alright, yeah, solo Elizabeth, I mean, Elizabeth being one of the solo characters of all time, we didn't even really get to see why she is one of the solo characters of all time, as she is just dead.
Yeah, they got kick once and 11k later, they are in the ground. Nothing to see here, folks. Wow. Well, maybe next match we can see what solo Elizabeth can do. I'm positive.
Not much.
Well, yeah, but they do something, I guess.
I guess it was better than nothing, but yeah.
But yeah, I guess we are not going to, since they switch back to Celica Neo. Interesting. Maybe they are more comfortable with this, since, Ashfield can close the gaps when it comes to zoning. Maybe this team is going to be like the changer.
Yeah, we'll definitely have to see.
Well, now it's looking great.
I looked back, and like, what happened to Ragnar?
They got hit like 4 times in 4 different combos in the same scenario. What?
Damn.
No way.
Chasing him down to the ends of the yeah. This is a who do you want to die situation, and yeah, as explosive as Azrael is, Ragnar's for sure the more consistent solo character.
Well, they have 4 bars and 1 resonance. Not. It's in Ragnar though. 1 great BMB, and that should cure him like a great bit.
Damn, got the conversion off it too. Probably gonna be going for DBD for some health back, and yeah, that's gonna be quite the nice chunk of healing. Celica in the low zone, but the Neo coming out with pretty full health.
Nice, they're on their side. JC was able to confirm. Nice overhead. It's not going to deal that much damage, but still, they're not in a great situation. They lose a what? What?
I think that's a dead Celica.
And Ragnar
This is,
now.
oh my god, he's going in. The best move in the game.
Unblockable, unreactable, dude. You're gonna do nothing about it. Now it's a literal, 180.
He's gone. He's gone.
Yeah. Never sleep on Ragnar with resonance and a dream. Wow. Well, that's why Sprite is one of the best. You using Ragnar that way. Oh, wow.
All I gotta say, Gauntlet Hades is the best move in the game.
True. True and real, man. And I'm trying to pretend it's not.
Let's go. Can't escape from crossing fate.
So let's see. Hopefully Ray is able to, adapt, bring something else to the table. Because right now Sprite is reigning supreme.
Rare footage of Celica actually having enhanced combos, and it still only did 4.6k. For the record, she does more off a better starter, but that was just unfortunate.
Now they're back in the corner. Ragnar having all advantage of the world. Oh, there's no room for breathing.
Yeah, just constant aggro pressure. Gonna be gaining a lot of health back, and just keeps on getting hit. Or gets hit by the reset too. This is looking quite nasty here, but does not properly punish the burst.
It doesn't matter at the end. Neo dies because of KA.
That freaking JA hit was kind of ridiculous, but Celica does have her own healing, gonna be getting some of that back, but this is a lot rough. Gets put into the sandwich. Nice push block and a good mashup. Going to be getting a punish here as well. This is like... The Celica is cooking, but how long can you cook?
Hopefully for a great period of time. Because right now it's looking tough. Level 2 resonance 4 bars. Not the best character in the 2v1 scenario. It can still be possible though. It just needs a lot of patience.
Yeah, Resonance still running out. Gotta run an honest game. Did I say honest? That JA was not honest.
Well, to be fair, it's just going to be like 4.5. Well, with this mirror, it's going to be punished.
Yeah, that was like, I see what they were going for, but as soon as I saw the diamonds, I'm like, you're cooked.
Oh, I need to get out of that punish. And spread, take it, 3-0.
There was some signs of life there for Ray, but unfortunately could not quite quell the beast that is this team. As yeah, Sprite Cranberry will be moving on to winners semifinals to fight the winner between Yosuro and Lucky Naegi.
Nice, looking forward to it. And now we are going to get a mirror match of Adachi, my favorite.
I don't think I've ever actually seen these two fight before. Like, ever. But, like, they both play Adachi, so they must have the best sleep out of everybody.
Well, yeah. I have seen them before. I know specifically on WNF, but I'm sure I have seen them before. They are, like, you know, regulars on many online brackets. So they should have a fight together. But yeah, it's pretty much going to be Adachi mirrors. But I think since Yusori is playing Narukami has like more tools to work with rather than Akatsuki and Adachi. Both teams are great, no, don't get me wrong, but you know, when it comes to tools and the things we work with, I think Narukami takes the win.
Yeah, look. I've always been an advocate that Adachi Akatsuki is not a good team, but, like, if you play it in a certain way, you can convince me that it is.
Exactly.
Okay. Mitsuru Batista against, instead. I actually think Mitsuru generally does pretty well against Adachi, and especially Akatsuki, just with her generally good buttons. The way that she maintains pressure can really put the Adachi on life support in a lot of situations. Is it better than Udachi? No, not for a second. But, like, I don't know, Yosuro's trying something new. And he's dying for it.
Well, it's fine. It was a JV starter. It's not going to do that much damage. Regardless, it was just 6.9, and they dropped the combo at the end. They overscaled it. Oh, and they were able to get hit by the JV after a whiff 2B. Wow.
Nice JB into the Batista 5P. No burst available, so we're just gonna be going for that corner pressure to a pokes. Yeah, this is looking all Yosuro right now.
Nice conversion. Doing lots of damage. They switch regardless. It was a 50-50 there. They keep the pressure going right now. It's all Yosuro.
Ooh, the parry getting not technically punished, but still gonna be leading into this kill here as a super into DHC will be taken out the Akatsuki.
And they tried to mash out of the incoming. That was a huge mistake. They were able to drop out the combo, so they still have a chance. With more meter, I think they are able to, you know, hit Riser to, you know, that character. Yeah.
Definitely the star kind of like solo character with the Mitsuru is gone. Batista, not quite as good, but still has some good things going for her, but like not if you get hit. Is that going to be dead? Can you meter? How many times can you meter dump this?
I don't think it's not enough, but you know, it was way close.
Okay.
5B gets broken, and the Yusuru were able to complete the size. Wow.
Okay, like, genuine question I have about Adachi. Do you know how many times you can loop? What's the freaking EX slam move called?
Borbo Blade?
Oh, Vorpal. Yeah, how many times can you loop that in one combo? I actually don't know. Because most of the time I would see
depends.
2.
It
But let's
depends
say
really
like,
of the starter.
let's say like, counter hit DP punish.
Counter hit maybe 3 times, yeah, with a 5A.
times,
So you know 5E, 5B, 2 3 5B, 2 3 2 3 So yeah, you know you can do it 3 times, and after that I think it's overkill because you know it's going to overskill. You're going to drop it, but yes, usually 3 times in a counter hit situation.
Just get this shit done.
There's that hater part of me. It's just like, why don't like Adachi players loop this like 12 times in a row? But like, I now I know.
Yeah, it's too much, regardless. 3 is really. Yeah, you mean?
Yeah. Anyways, regardless, we're going to get here in this match. Yeah, just trying to set up some pressure here. Yosuro being very patient and getting rewarded with those 2A pokes. Nice throw beta as well. Gonna be hitting the overhead and quote unquote baiting the burst there.
Yeah, Dachi's struggling right now with air to airs, not having that much to work with. JA is the only option, since you know JB is angled down, JC is pretty much none of use in this situation. So yeah, right now, fighting MT2 is not that great.
That's it. I'm surprised by that. That was ridiculously far. But yeah, just gonna go for the B Tatsu Ender. Try to go for some throw baits there, but a nice 2A check going to be hitting this Akatsuki.
Oh, nice.
Ooh, I actually didn't know those things disappeared when you called CC. I thought it was one of those assists that still stay out, but yeah, gonna be a good call out there.
We have seen this situation before. It's really possible. Solo Dachi, hit riser, both activated. 4 bars left. They just need to play quite patiently and not mess up. Nice.
Wow. Well, about not messing up, I guess. Yeah. Gonna be quite a huge chunk of damage. Mitsuru has a little bit of a limited options for comboing mid-screen, but the second hit going to be sealing the deal here as Yosuro takes the second game.
Yeah. Once again, the solo Dachi is not able to cut it off. But yeah, actually Yusuru is playing amazingly the Mitsuru. Of course, with Batista. Batista is such an amazing character to pair up Mitsuru with amazing assist kit, especially 5P. 5P with the 50-50 that you know Mitsuru has. It's huge for her. It's constant mix every time you get an Aoki.
Yeah, like, even, like, despite the general meta game we're playing, I think, at least in terms of pure synergy, Mitsu Vat is still Mitsuru's best team, and it very much shows that this team has a lot of potential. Not a great team against zoners, but when you're kind of in that environment where you're not being so super pressured for full screen, or you know, if you're playing a character like Adachi that can be a little bit exploitable in the mid-range, like, it is a team that can very much snowball out of control like a lot of the top-tier teams.
Absolutely, and right now, you know, Yusuru taking full advantage of it. No way. That was almost brutal to counter hit punish in a row. Once again, the burst doesn't work that way against Mitsuru. You know, now, as we said before, it's just a constant snowball. Right now, Adachi is dead.
Yeah, has that 4 bars of it. I think he's just dead.
Yeah, it's dead. Wow, no! Wow, just barely.
Yeah, multi-target DHC baits the DP probably on accident there. But regardless, this is still looking like quite the perfect game.
Oh
The
no!
counter hit, but no full confirm. That is not the right super. That's going to be a kill. Yosuro still working on that kind of perfect. Oh, okay. Going to be getting ruined here. Solo Dachi level 1 residence there. They're gonna have the gap once more. Will he do it? Probably not.
Yeah. Oh, it's such a shame. We're putting Kadachi in, in a situation to go inner, trying to do something against Mitsuru of all people. It's not the best option. A reminder, Mitsuru is amazing inner. It's one of the worst matchups for Yosuke for a reason. So yeah.
7 frame, 12 active JA.
Trying to fight against that, it's not worth it, man. I'm telling you, especially with that JA.
Yeah, it's a freaking laser beam, dude. Like, why did they give her that? I don't know. I'm a little salty as an Ori player, but like this, Mitsuru has to struggle with this metagame at least a little bit. Kind of.
Well, at least they won, right?
Yeah. But it looks like our top 4 has been ironed out, and we will be moving on to the winner's side of the bracket. Going to be E2 Deku versus Sony-kun, Yang Ruby Comp versus the Arts S. I wonder if they're going to swap to the Yumi. I mean, it's been cooking all night. It is a team that you can't go wrong with despite the matchup, but I'm wondering if they're going to be respecting Sony-kun enough to play the main squeeze.
Yeah, maybe. Yumi, I think she struggles against Heart. Regardless, just as I said that there's the switch, the team switch. So yeah, maybe they're full on sticking with Yumi all bracket, and I respect that.
Yeah,
Good result so far.
Probably trying to learn the team if anything, and like Yumi doesn't necessarily do it against Heart, but like I also don't think Yang does the best against Heart, so like I think leveraging the better team comp is might work out in their favor, but we'll see.
Yeah, I'm positive. Never mind. So with that, just quick burst overall. Oh wow, nice parry! Knowing full well that a Harmful Punch was coming.
Yeah, a bit of an awkward laser there. Trying to maybe swap. Oh yeah, I think they tried to do the active swap into the gun blast, but not working out. Great defense so far, opting to go for the spinny super, and that is just going to be a straight punish. Yeah, that is not a safe burst point.
Yeah, regardless of what people say, Heart can, play her own game. She can decide when and when you cannot burst.
Yeah.
Wow, that was... They cross up themselves.
Yeah, they got hit by the 6P, and Sony-kun still got a combo off it.
That's just wild.
Ooh, I think that was supposed to be a parry attempt, but not quite working out. 4 bars on deck. I think that would actually be a kill. The enhanced supers.
Oh, let's see.
Yeah, this is enhanced. I believe that should be it.
Yeah. Wow, that was a great combo theory from Sonic right there. Nititeku wasn't able to, being able to get the game plan going. But again, Sonic-kun is quite a difficult player to actually control. Since, he's unpredictable. He usually takes the pace of the match and throws out of the window. So yeah, I can see why why you can struggle against Sonic-kun. I struggle against Sonic-kun all the time.
I mean, like, Heart is one of those characters that even if you have a good matchup against her, it doesn't matter if you can't catch her.
Exactly. And Sonic-kun and against Heart, they're amazing at just keeping distance.
Nice air-to-air exchange. Heart going to be winning out, but no full conversions here. Ooh, unfortunately, the 6P being a little awkward. That was some good defense going on for Sonic-kun, but gets hit by the throw bait there, and not the right time either, as E2 Deku is on a roll.
Yeah, the character swap has been miracle so far. I think they feel more comfortable with Yang overall. Regardless that 4P was able to reach both of the characters, and now we are seeing a half birthday right here and now.
They're gonna opt for a bit more of a cash out just to really get some value for this. I don't know if I agree with doing that super, but like, yeah, regardless, 7k on both characters is 7k.
Okay, Shambles activated. They Shades Rope get punished, so they burst. I don't think this is a dead character, regardless they're going to be in a 50-50. They opted for supering, but no punish.
Yeah, no push block there. Nice block on that kind of slippery mix. Ruby J A button going to be causing some problems here. What that was? Did he mean to do that? Because if he meant to do that, that might have been the smartest play I've ever seen in my life.
Maybe they were trying to super and they did go for a throw instead, but regardless, that was so smart.
Yeah.
Oh, now it's solo Ruby. Level 4 resistance not that bad, but they need to get a hit right here, right now.
Yeah. With the health totals right now, this could be a one-touch situation here. Tries to follow the S in the air, but a nice 4P coverage going to be catching E2 Deku as they will be losing 2 games.
I totally noticed they Deku perform better with this team. I think the experience, as I said before, it's crucial for Deku to win. But regardless, Sonicun, it's just great at adapting. It doesn't matter what team you throw at it. Because the gameplay that Sonicun applies, it's so solid, it's so hard to still fight against it. Doesn't matter which team you're using. So let's see, maybe Itideku just needs one hit, right? Just did one hit, and in the corner it's going to be very beautiful, especially against Ruby and Young. So yeah, let's see.
Yes.
For now, they are starting great with a happy birthday. Not the best starter, regardless, they're going to, you know, go to the corners, deal some damage. So yeah, spending some mirror.
Going to be a nice chunk of Damago here. What's gonna be the Oki? Yeah, it goes for the throw bait with a command grab of their own.
That was so smart, so badass. Classic Itudeku. No way they tried to bait the throw. They got... That was kind of funny. And now Sonicun has the advantage once again in the corner.
Good conversion and good patience going to be opting to get that Ruby out. Let Yang take a little front of this damage, but once again, Sonicun's... that was unfortunate, to say the least.
Oh, nice pick catching them both. That was kind of risky, but at the end, it paid off.
Oh, that's
Oh,
a
no.
little dangerous here. Tries to punish it, though. That might have smelled Sonicu's end if there was a super available, but that is Ruby's end, as they will be getting hit by S. Where are they going? I don't know, but this is a crazy game right now.
Okay, they're now in the sandwich. They get hit by the 4P. Only 2 bars available. It's not going to kill, regardless. Right now, it's just one hit from both players, and yeah, they're dead.
Okay. Good stuff to Sonicun right there, but I just got a rant about S4P. That thing is stupid sometimes. It wasn't even on screen and it still hit.
I mean, S might not be that good. Nevertheless, her buttons are still good.
I mean, like, all things considered, like, she has a very solid assist kit. Like, 6P is a pretty good assist. I mean, 4P does stuff like that sometimes. Like, you know, she has surprisingly good assist value. So, like, yeah, that... very silly. Very silly button. I just have really PTSD from that 4P when I was new. Because, like, God, it is a surprisingly good button.
Do you still get hit by the 4P?
I mean, it hasn't changed.
Because I surely do every time I face Sonicun. Oh,
Yeah. Very good stuff to Sony there. Taking a very convincing 3-0 victory against kind of a menace that is E2 Deku. But yeah, just going to be moving on to the loser side of the bracket. We only have 3, potentially 4 more sets of the night here. Very much going along smoothly, but yeah. Yostro versus Sprite Cranberry will be up next.
nice. Looking forward to it. Both of these players, you know, they have faced each other a lot of times at WNF. Both of them have showed the potential of their own teams. So yeah, I'm wondering, yeah, they're sticking with Adachi Narukami in this situation. Quite smart. It's better just to not risk it and just use, a character that is quite well against Ragnar. Regardless, you still have Asheville. Asheville can avoid consistently BCO, even ACO sometimes. So yeah, it's kind of in a tough situation. Regardless, Yuzuru has still one of the best teams in the game.
Get ready.
So yeah, I'm expecting a 5-8 round start for both characters. Oh, I was proving wrong.
Ooh. I mean, they both went into the air. They both did the same thing.
Yeah, they did 5-8 in the air, I guess. Wow, why that just in the version of dying? No way. Just straight up
Just press
5-8.
button.
Yeah. No setup needed. Just 5-8, and now they're in the other side of the screen, getting 8K.
Yeah, nice block so far. Goes to the throw bait, but Sprite Kramer was like, nah, bro, get that out of here.
That 5-8 not only reaching the Narukami, but hitting attach as well. This looks so bad.
Oh
Wow,
my,
that's
the what a
5B.
5B! Like, I'm not gonna say I've never seen something like that before, but that, you know what? That was sick. That was just a clean 5B.
That was just perfect. What can I say? That was like the perfect. Wow, Spectrum were very, very talented. That's why I don't mess with Ragnar, regardless if I have a great matchup with Adachi. When you put in a situation like that, it's so hard to recover.
Yes. Guess we're gonna be sticking with the main team. I personally think there's never a reason to swap off, despite the explosive game that was. It's a matter if we can get those BZOs off for Yoshiro.
Yeah, but still if they get the BCOs, Ashrael can just deny it. So maybe against Ragnar it's going to work, but they need to be mindful of when and where to make those BCOs. Okay. Wow. Talking about ACS, wow, that was clutch!
Ooh.
They were able to just get out of the combo. Oh, that was unlucky.
Yeah, this is a complete reversal from the last game here. Just standard Adachi Narukami shenanigans. Very good mix. Gonna be hitting Narukami, question mark. Not quite.
That hits? No. Of course, has a generous hitbox, but it's not that big.
Yeah, that might be dead. Yeah, that is.
That was stupid though. 5B was able to just extend out of that because of 5A a smart combo. That was just dumb. But regardless, User took advantage of it. Persona characters, drag with it.
Yeah, just you see, simple advice. Just don't let the opponent do what you want to do. That's real. That's the lesson you can learn from these past two games.
Yeah, pretty much, yeah.
I don't know.
Let's see if User takes, the momentum and just race with it, or Sprite is able to just get one hit at the beginning of the match and just go straight. Nice.
In order to beat the insanity, you must become insane yourself, I guess. Nice burst bait, but not quite getting anything off it.
For now, they're keeping the pressure going. Ragnar doing the best move in the game. Shoutouts.
Shout out to the best move in the game indeed. Sprite Camry maintaining this corner position, but couldn't quite keep it. But no push block available, so this is going to be quite the hard situation to get out of. Perfect time to burst. However, that Narukami in the back is bleeding.
Oh, right now they're not in a great situation. No barriers to work with. Barely the characters are leaving. Regardless, it's still Narukami and Adachi, so it's still some hope in it. But no, with a 5A like that,
Yeah, Sprite Cranberry keeping it simple here, as that is a kill on the Adachi. Ragna coming in, Narukami's low. Unfortunately, the 4A did get low profiled, but too much dip on the chip in the clash, not going to be in Yosuro's favor here. Bro, Growler, I can't believe it. That's hilarious.
well, they said it themselves. They wake up Growler. oh, that's.
It doesn't matter if it's an assist or on point. He's got to do it.
I didn't work. Worked perfectly. I didn't expect it. I thought they were going to get hit, but just they got hit, but the other way around. oh man.
Yeah, I mean, just Yosuro. I mean, well known for not exactly having the best defense there, but I mean, Sprite Cranberry was very much like wasting a lot of resources. Even though there was a lot of push blocks coming out, they were on top of just maintaining that pressure and like just kind of being a zone in which nothing could happen.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
No, this time the Growler doesn't work.
It would have been smart if there was a B Zeo instead of an A Zeo there. Nice block so far. What's the defense gonna be like? Nah, we out, bro.
yeah, maybe Magatsu Mandala wasn't the best. Magatsu Mandala takes a lot of starters to actually be active. And of course, Ragna's 2A is massive. So yeah.
Ooh, yeah, tried to match out of the situation. Got that 5 bars on deck. That was a burst save point, but not quite. Azrael's low, but the best anti-air apparently in the game goes to Azrael 5A.
oh, it's still rough. Avoiding that 2A with the dashes, with teleports.
This
Right
is
now,
risky though, because like one touch, yeah, okay.
Oh, it's fine. Right now, Ragna is now on point. Give me all the advantage in the world. Adachi is in a very dangerous position. Atom Smasher. Growler, no, don't. Okay. oh, that was so close. If they didn't do the cross slash DAC, Adachi was dead, by the way.
Yeah, that was a little potential explosiveness there, but Sprite Cranberry absolutely firing back. One touch initiation on the Narukami, keeping up all the pressure. Good block so far, but a happy birthday could change the tides. Gonna set up that sandwich scenario. What's it gonna be? And it's the wrong super.
Oh no, maybe they thought other way around. It doesn't matter though. Ragna is able to get one hit. Level 4 resonance is still very possible. What?
Oh, he freaking tried the best move in the game. Activates the resonance here. Super low situation. Both of them will be popping it. Honest game needs to be played here. The best move in the game. The best move in the game. Going to be taking out Yosuro. 3-1.
Yeah, you cannot tell me that's
People
not
say
the
that
best
I'm
move.
delusional whenever I say that. But look at what it has done. Look at what it just did. Best
It
move.
worked like 4 times in the same match. They even tried to do it and wake up. They almost got away with it. That was so fucking stupid. Yet it's the best move in the game, so what can you do?
Nothing.
Yeah,
Simply
just get
nothing.
hit.
But yeah, quite a bit of an upset here. Sprite Cranberry will be going on to fight E2 Deku here in losers finals in order to get their run back against Sony-kun. It was a very close set in the winner's side of the bracket, so if they're able to get their victory over E2 Deku, then yeah, that will be occurring. But E2 Deku, no such opponent, been absolutely cooking with this Ruby Yumi comp, but at the end of the day, what matters is who gets the W, and we shall see who gets that W shortly.
Brief interjection, real quick. Shout outs to Darkslayer for contributing $10 to the Matcherino with the comment, quoting him, by the way. Oops, thought this was child support collection. Well, I paid it somewhere. That counts, right? Hope y'all doing great. Also, hydrate, por favor.
Gracias.
Yes, thank you for the reminder. Water is important. I am not drinking water. I'm drinking.
Coffee?
What fruit was this? No, I can't drink coffee. It's some type of agros frescos. But I'm forgetting what fruit it is. I think it's. Is it papaya? I think it was papaya. Or is it
Papaya,
grapefruit?
okay.
I don't remember. It's nice though. It's very sugary. Not as healthy. Drink water, kids.
It's still refreshing though, but yeah, a bit sugary. For me, I think I have my glass of water right here with me. So yeah, thank you so much, Dark Slayer.
E2 Deku still with that Ruby Yumi comp.
Wow. That would be going to the other side. The DP was able to punish. Right now they're in a 50-50. Wow. Brother.
He still got a super. See, the best move in the game.
Best move. Best move.
The best move.
What the fuck is that, man? I hate Ragnar so much. Stupid character, man.
Nah, he's all gab.
Oh, Gap! Did you saw that? They have the best move in the game, man.
Yeah, you have to gap with it.
I guess you do. Oh man. Yeah, a smart choice. DHC to keep Yumi safe. Brother.
Okay, the best A tier in the game once again proving to be Azrael 5A. I don't know why that button works out so well, but here we are.
That's a dead character, by the way. Now Ragnar is full health again? Like nothing happened. Oh wow.
That's that 5A. E2 Deku does not have a lot of life to play around with and tries to go for some type of EX, but not working out.
Oh, what a shame. Dude, Ragnar is just, you know, made me lose my marbles. Oh, that's...
It's
like
so,
we did.
it's so funny.
I'm just glad. I'm just glad I'm here in the commentary booth and not fighting there, because I will be so upset after that.
Yeah, I mean, look, this is why we yap and I'm not playing. Like I actually can't play. I don't have PSN, but like I could play on PC, but this is why I don't.
Yeah, well, a good call actually. You're going to get hit by these.
Yeah, it would have been funny. I would have molded, but it would have been funny.
Oh no. Oh yeah, straight up happy birthday at the beginning of the match, 5A starter. Switching, that was so cool. What? Oh, the tech chase with that overhead.
Around the world in freaking 50 days is the name of Sprite Cranberry's combo structure here, as we will be taken to hell. I didn't realize that place was on the map, but that's where Yumi's going.
No way, 11k?
Yeah.
That's so good. Like legit.
Real Azrael gaming here, as gonna be slapping this Ruby for quite a bit of damage. Not enough bar on deck, but it doesn't matter. We got the Schmixer. Sprite Cranberry out for blood.
Wow, that was probably one of the fastest games I have seen this year. Oh wow.
Yeah, pretty ludicrous what we just saw, but not surprising considering the team comp. Sprite Cranberry wants that run back, bro.
Yeah. Damn. What can you do? Well, they switch.
Try to hit that 2B with the burst, but not quite working out. Not quite sure what that... He low profiled that? He can do that? Alright, yeah, hits the
I wasn't aware. Nice for now. They're actually... wow, nice. 5B armor is able to get through that easily. Oh, but the burst doesn't hit Ashfield, and they were able to punish with the 5A.
This is where the tides turned last time as well. That one singular hit that the Azrael players crave so much, but gets hit with a cross up there. Unfortunately, not going to be able to punish it. Solar Ragna can definitely do it, but a nice burst out's going to be saving Ruby's life.
Or regardless, Jank got punished. Now they're all the way to the corner. Ragna healing up slowly but surely. They still have resonance on the back pocket, so they need to take that into consideration.
Just gotta go with the pure gap here. Nice back. See, that's gap. That's gap. That wasn't quite gap. Ooh, drops the combo.
Oh, I thought that was going to be a punish at first. Oh shit! Oh, baiting the grab with a super, that's something I used to do. That was so funny.
Yeah. Legally, not a phone steal, but it had the mentality of one, and that's what we ultimately respect.
And another lead idea to Ragna, the actual phone stealer.
Yes.
Well,
Yeah, I mean,
yeah.
I just think the comfort with the team is definitely there. Just more confident on some of those interactions, and it worked out.
Let's see if they can get the momentum going. For now, it looks horrible. Early on. Happy birthday. Okay, it wasn't that bad. It was just 5k. Regardless, it was awful. Wow, nice DP, knowing they were going to be in a 50-50 sandwich. And now Ruby has the advantage in the corner. Oh no.
Both characters, but not quite a happy birthday. 4 bars in deck. No burst available. Yeah, that is a gone and done yang.
Oh, Ragnar is still in full health, so nothing happened after that. Wow, nice backdash, knowing they were going to do 5A after hitting. Getting the full punish going straight to the other side of the screen.
Yes, one-touch scenario. Resonance will have to be popped soon, but it looks like we're not quite getting that there as Sprite Cranberry, despite the little bit of a setback there, 3-1 victory very convincingly.
I'm just baffled. Well, I don't know what is with Sprite Cranberry and the early on happy birthdays, but you know, that's good. So yeah, Sprite moves on in the bracket. I think they're going to face Sonicun now. So yeah, good stuff. And of course, Itudeku make an amazing display of how talented they are. Amazing, cool stuff. Good, well done.
Yes. Very impressive play for everyone so far, but the final match of the night, Sonicun versus Sprite Cranberry. How this will go, nobody knows. Very close between them the first time around. I'm very interested to see if Sonicun and Sprite have made the adaptations for each other and if it'll be a even game. But yeah, I mean, currently Sonicun has quite the good record. Mostly with like 3-0, 3-1 victories minus Sprite Cranberry. So like, yeah, you know, they're kind of balling for the night.
Yeah, let's see if Sonicun is able to, you know, persist, or Sprite Cranberry just do Gauntlet 83 times in a row and win. It's a high possibility.
Yeah, I mean, like, the path to victory, it simply does not matter as long as you win. Itudeku do gotta get out of the lobby, though.
I think they got out, right? Maybe it's the same, like, glitch that happened, like, early on when there were, like...
No, it's still their characters. It was still their characters. No.
Okay. Yeah, yeah, I was just trying to make sure. Because, yeah, the last time I was just, like, Very confused. But regardless, the match is starting right now. Sprite Cranberry from the loser side and against Sonny-kun. Of course, Sprite Cranberry needs to win 2 sets in a row because they need to do a bracket reset. And Sonny-kun needs to win 1, so let's see what happens.
Well, that's starting off quite good there, but no burst out situation.
Oh, what? They blocked it? I'm legit done. I'm legit surprised. For now, wow, nice for B punishing the JC.
Sending this Azrael into mid-screen here. Couldn't quite keep up the pressure, but backing off, playing once again defensively, weaving in and out in order to get those hits.
Okay, nice. They're back in the corner. Let's see what they're trying to do. Trying to go some stagger pressure, nothing happened at the end. They just push block and they're back in neutral.
Yeah, it's the S, but no counter hit. Oh! Nice block. Oh, but the good for Peacock. Able to hit the Gauntlet Hades, but Ragnar still not letting up.
Wow! 5B was able to just punish the home dash cancel mid dash. That's so freaking huge for Ragnar. And now Sonny-kun is in the corner in a very tough position.
Yeah, DP the situation. Both characters up point very low. None of them wanting to relent on getting them out. And Sprite Cranberry going to get a bad end of the deal there. As Azrael will be going down, left with probably the better solo character regardless. But still, this is going to be a little awkward.
For now, just keeping the pressure going. They still have Resonance. But Sonny-kun right now, it's full-on pressure, landing that instant overhead instantaneously. And, you know, going to the other side of the screen, back in the corner.
Nice block on the overhead. Very risky swap over to the heart. Yeah, trying to back off, trying to get that space maybe to get her out, but Sprite Cranberry keeping the aggression up. Yeah, there's the moment.
All they did is just landing. Nice, that's the move they wanted to. Oh, and the M2. Straight to super, not killing though, but it was...
Ooh, yeah, not quite able to actually DP through that super. Has a lot of invul, but regardless, Gauntlet Hades, the best move in the game, but unfortunately, a safe burst point. This is looking quite rough here. Rampage time, I think, is definitely better for Sonny-kun. Going to be getting those EX projectiles and the DP in order to seal off the deal.
That was way too close to comfort, actually.
Yeah.
Both of the players really show that they are not, you know, you need to take them lightly, regardless if they have one character left. That was so freaking good.
Yep, and even despite the fact that Sprite was playing a different team comp, like, Sonny-kun still relatively, like, comfortable with this matchup, showing lots of knowledge, but like I think just that more comfortability with this team for Sprite is definitely going to be a to their advantage. I was trying to see words.
It's fine. I relate to that. Sometimes words just don't come out, you know?
Yeah, it really do be like that.
Oh no.
That's gonna hurt. That could have been worse too with cross combo, but I mean that's still a solid 10k. Has to block the mix afterwards, but no fear, just grabbing.
I mean, as long as it works, it's okay. 50-50 there in the sandwich. Are they going to block it? Wow, nice. Just teleporting out of the situation. Good call.
Good block so far, but had to waste a lot of resources in order to make it happen. But one hit may be able to get something. Slippy slide mix. That S might be doomed, yeah, but able to save the heart at the very least.
Oh, low profiling the laser. Level 4 resonance, 4 bars. It's actually, I mean, a good position, but regardless, they need to still face like a pretty much very healthy both Ragnar. So I don't know, maybe Sonny-kun is able, if they keep going like that, it's quite much possible.
Yeah, one-touch situation here, no resonance available. Gotta play this honestly. Very much a one-touch depending on the hit. but it's gonna be a little bit of a struggle for the Asriel to really get those hits going. Try to air confirm the heart, but no, not quite working out.
From dash cancel, 6P just went right straight to her. And now it's solo Ragna. Ragna, as we said before, we need to be very, very careful, especially on Resonance. So it's still an even match, regardless.
Potential for a one-shot kill here, very much so. Gets the grab, does not have enough meter thanks to the life gain in order to confirm the kill, but a one-touch situation.
That was so close.
Good patience here from Sonic-kun, not wanting to get these free fights in, but a good 5P. Too much dip on the freaking white dash there as Sprite Cranberry taking the first game.
The dream is still alive. 1-1, both of them are tied. Maybe we're going to see a bracket reset tonight. That will be really interesting.
Yeah, we'll have to see. I mean, just the general level of patience we're seeing from both players in terms of, like, when they're down a character has just been, like, it's been impressive. Like, these have been very close games, all things considered.
Yeah, it's just perfect. They know when and where to drop defense and start the offense, and vice versa. So that's something I really admire of these two players.
Best move in the game, proven to be the old reliable as always. Nice tech on the throw, and we are going for a happy birthday. Not quite.
Regardless, they get hit by once again with a 5A without any nothing, and they get counter hit or straight go to the corner. Oh, right now S is in a very tough situation, not looking very healthy. That's a dead S. Solo hard, level 2 resonance, pretty much with a full health team. Not looking good. Well, that's a dead character right there, if I have ever seen one.
I think...
Yeah, they overstated. They're welcome, but regardless, they got the kill. They could have pretty much killed early on, but you know, sometimes it's just to send a message. Yeah, 2-1. Right now, Sprite pretty much I think has the potential to reset the bracket. We're going to see a brand new set this night. That was amazing.
I mean, he was messing around in Winners Finals, and it was like, or Winners Semis, but like, yeah, he's like, nah, I want to win.
You know what? That's fair. That's fair. We know they are facing against Sonicun. Sonicun, regardless, even though they had like a tough match. Oh, last time.
Oh, S is like, okay, S didn't like stabilize in that combo, but like got hit by the Forbidden starter. That would have been kind of doomed, not gonna lie.
Okay, this looks horrible. Oh, at least they didn't go to the... if they got hit by that... Oh! Catch it, the jump! That's what it is. No! They drop out of the Carnage Scissors.
Yeah, I needed to wait a little bit on that, but still maintaining that pressure. No burst available. Yeah, that's a dead heart. Super out of the situation, and that's a dead S, and that's a bracket reset.
Wow. A straight up Sprite Cranberry cannot be stopped. Doesn't matter what happens. They put a big wall. It's called, heart. And they said, you know what? I'm going to go straight through that wall and break it. And they're doing that. Oh, man.
Alright, yeah, this, Ragna Azrael comp has just been really pushing forward. It's just a matter of, like, hyper-aggression. And, like, Sony-kun has just been, unfortunately, crumbling. They have to leverage the neutral game a bit more, I think, in order to succeed, but, like, I don't know. How do you stop a gorilla and an ape running at you? That's a lifelong question.
Maybe a gun, but they don't have any of those.
I mean, S kinda has a gun.
I guess, yeah. Okay, 50-50 sandwich, nothing happened at the end. Oh, but regardless, hey, that's going to be huge for Sneakon. Sadly, they got dropped.
Right, I mean, this game is looking all Sonic Kun right now. Base the burst 2, 4 bars on deck. Yeah, that should be a kill. Maybe even without the cross combo. Yeah, absolutely.
Nice optimization of the combo. Almost not even the 4 bars.
Yeah,
Regardless, good character.
Yeah, ended up not being worth the risk, but it doesn't matter. We are gaming here. And, you know what? Sonic Kun's like, I see. I gotta try now. And just, taking the first game very convincing.
Yeah, that convinced me very, very fastly. Wow. Okay, if they keep that way, maybe Sonic Kun, you know, even though they pretty much lost last set, maybe they can make a comeback. It's just they need to get that hit. But usually Sprite has getting these like happy birthdays consistently, so that may be the reason why they're just dropping like butterflies.
Okay, like I see, like he's just like, nah, I got a gap now. Starting off with that happy birthday, large amount of damage, 10k on both characters, but like just firing back here, that's gonna hurt.
Oh, they take correctly, nothing happened in the end. No way! Asian blocking the DP after that active switch. And that's a dead, hard just straight of that. Level 2 Resonance is just left.
Completely full hell S, but like how far you got a gap with this S is quite a bit, and unfortunately not gonna be able to get that sandwich confirmed, but regardless, still a rough situation for Sonic Kun here.
Oh, it doesn't look really good, especially after weaving them like that. That's so unfortunate. Oh, and now we're in the corner once again. Ashfield point, activate Resonance, and getting thrown.
Yeah. And just as it's he's going for it. He wants the style. He wants the Neta.
Dude, they like landed up like 4 kicks and it did like 7k. That was kind of funny though. Oh man, but once again, we saw this before in last set. Sonic Kun won the first match quite easily, but suddenly Sprite just strikes back with more force. So let's see if it happens again.
This is I don't know. Like, that was the most back and forth game I think we've ever seen, because I feel like most of the games that have been played is very much one-sided, but a good place to get that burst bait in, and we are going corner to corner here with this Azure. Oh, unfortunate drop though.
Well, even though it was a drop, as is about in the verge of dying, Ashfield looking still healthy. Even though that's super was a bit of a mistake, they don't look that bad, but I am saying this as they are getting completely destroyed.
Oh yeah, they gotta get him out. Oh, that's unfortunate.
Brother.
That's unfortunate.
Well, at least Sonic Kun has the Twitter clip to complain today.
And that's definitely just like a heart super moment. That happens a lot against certain characters. That's good DP. That's very risky for the Azrael. Yeah, just has keeping him in. DP's out of the situation. DP's when the cross combo is set out. Oh my, no fear at all. And I think they might be rewarded with quite a bit of damage on this heart.
Heart is not dead, right? He shouldn't be.
Nah. Oh my god.
Oh no! The 4 pick-up decks, but no pickups.
Should be a conversion here. Gonna be turning the tides of battle, putting Sprite in probably in that one-touch situation zone, but excellent defense. Almost good spacing to punish that, but oh, it's an even game. Completely.
Now they are in a sandwich right now. They baited the DP, they waited out. And that did this. Now Solo Heart, 0 bars to work with right now, but level 4 resonance.
Yeah, just letting a heart pop resonance, getting some meter. You gotta be really careful about that move right there could spell doom for you in just a moment if you're not okay. A lot of health gonna be returning on this heart too, and gonna be smacking that Ragnar to death too. This is not a great situation as Sonoku takes it back here with a kill on the Azrael.
Oh man, that was super intense. Oh man. Good lord. That was so close. That was so fucking bored. And it was, at the beginning of the game, it was brutal for Sonic-kun. I'm surprised they were able to, stabilize the neutral after. So I give that. So yeah, it's right now 2-1. Sonic-kun turn point. So let's see what happens. But Sprite is not over then.
Can't escape from crossing fate.
Trying to jump forward, make something happen.
Okay, for now, they got thrown. Now they're in the corner, 50-50. Wow, they block it correctly. Wow, I'm very surprised I would have hit myself.
Yeah, saw the gap in the pressure and was like, nah, that ain't real. Ooh, Ragna's super low, but drops a potentially game-changing combo. Keeps the Ragna in still, but, like, they are going to the other side here. What's Spectre going to do with them? Swapping out.
Yeah, look at all that red health. Ragna is just, healing himself as we speak. Also, this is still very, it's even, regardless of what happened.
I can't believe that traded.
I'm not surprised anymore.
Remember just to find those angles in which to get the hard, excellent navigation, able to get the bait, the DP as well. This should be a kill.
Oh man. Oh, what? Okay, we hit from behind. Wow. I'm speechless.
Kind of weird, not gonna lie, but we take those. Sonic-kun trying to make something happen. Sprite Cranberry being very patient here with the approaches, but this S just walling him out, not quite getting anything.
Resonance is out. Hits both of them with the super deep pink. Ragna is very, very close to dying, as well as Azrael. They need to be very, very careful. Regardless, S, it's right now dead if they get one hit. Yeah. So Sonic needs to play it defensively.
Ooh, JA hit 4 bars on deck. I don't know how much damage this can get, but I don't think this is a kill. Quite close. Maybe it goes to a reset there. Rampage time, and a nice grab is going to be tying up this Shin Grand Finals 2-2.
Wow. Oh wow. The Sprite, as always, surprises me. So yeah, right now is Torment set. Torment point. So yeah, whichever wins the next match gets everything, gets the money, gets everything.
Yeah, they get a whole what is 60% makes 20. That's $12.
Yeah.
All $12. I mean, you could buy like 2 things off the McDonald's dollar menu with that.
Actually, I could buy 4 because of being me in Mexico with dollars. I'm a millionaire.
It's true. Regardless, we can talk about currency exchange later, as they will be exchanging a lot of these interactions. And a nice TRM from Sonic going to be the first one to get some real pressure going in this game here.
Wow, for now, looking quite well. Sonic taking right now the early on advantage, keeping Azrael in the corner as much time as possible. Oh wow.
And this heart is just a fly that could not be swatted. Red Cranberry just trying to mash out of the situation, gets put in the sandwich scenario. What's it gonna be?
I don't know what happened, but regardless, Sonic was able to get out. But the 5e catches that fly! 50-50, they don't block it. That's a dead heart, by the way.
Oh my god, yeah, there was like, I didn't even realize, no time to get out, but not actually gonna be getting a kill. Zoni-kun able to run with their life, gets the S in, but it gets hit.
Oh, this is so intense. Ragnar is basically on full health right now. But Hard is just one hit of dying. While they don't have any bars left. No resources, they're spending everything on. Oh, but they're able to punish the force with the DP. Oh, that's such an unfortunate situation.
Yeah, and I think with the stabilization here, this should be a kill. We are in Rampage time. Level 4 Resonance Heart can make something happen here, but this is quite the life total to get through.
Gauntlet Hades.
Gauntlet Hades!
Oh, be careful, please.
Gonna be switching over to the Azrael, hopefully maybe getting something happen with the funny dashes. Gets the enter to confirm with the cross-up JP. Resonance running out, tries to bait the burst, but gets hit with the cross-up here. All that meter is building up, and that should be it here for Sprite Cranberry. No, doesn't go for the kill! Gets the DP. Oh, and there you go.
Oh man. That was so intense. Oh, that last meter really took like 2 years of my life.